Long story short, I don't know what all was there. So I'm Caleb Scott. I'm the DM. This is Tapestry of Tales. Tales woven before your eyes. Boom. That's Dante. He plays Peter Plainton, the level 5 human fighter. That's Sam, aka Magnus Vask, the level 5 warlock. He switched classes. We talked about how cool that is briefly. He's a goo warlock. That means great old one. And then that's Lexi, my wife, who is playing Constance, the Asimar cleric of the Sacred Flame. Wow, we caught up. And then we're going through each person waking up because they had to deal with Lucretia. And wow, her message sure was convincing towards Peter, which was weird. And then Peter heard a knock on the door. Magnus told him to get it. He got it. It was Captain Ansem Lang. He said he had a meeting in 15 minutes that Peter needed to be at the Watchtower. And now we are caught up if we were missing anything. Oh no, 15 minutes. My bad.
Yeah.
We always have something. Now we know. I don't know why it does this to me. It doesn't like me. It doesn't like me very much, and I don't know why.
It hates you.
Anyway. So, Peter, 15 minutes. What are you doing?
Yes, he says, okay, Magnus, I have to get ready to go to a meeting. It's important. It's from Ansem Lang. So I will be getting ready, and I will have to skip breakfast. So, you know, eat without me, I guess. I know.
I'm making fish.
But yeah, he'll get all his things. He will armor up as well, even and put on his gauntlet, and then head out the door.
All right. You make your way to the Watchtower, and upon arriving at the Watchtower, you see not only is Captain Ansem Lang there, but so is Elias Drexel. Lord Commander Elias Drexel. We're just going to move everyone to Emberwood Village, just for context. There's not anything really going on the map.
Mm-hmm.
And as you come in, you see he's leaned forward on the desk, looking at some sort of map or something. He says, Peter, thank you for coming today.
Sir, yes, of course. Good morning.
Had some more reports of your efforts in the field. They have been noted.
Oh, really? Thank you.
So I figured we could give you a bit of a reward back. Come here. And you see he motions for you to come closer to the desk.
Okay.
He begins pointing at locations on the map, and he says, these are safe houses that the Hooded Lanterns use. They have some basic supplies, a little bit of healing, and they're generally places that you can rest a little bit before moving on to the city. So, these should be able to help you out in your travels, especially as you enter the inner city, which I suspect you are all going to be doing shortly. That said, try not to die, because we have the Temple Gate attack coming up. The Silver Order has begun to clear the way with fire, which I must say I'm not too much of a fan of, but at least it is the slum district, so not a lot lost. But you guys need to be there for that. So for that reason, there you go. Consider that a reward for your hard-earned efforts, returning our soldiers to us, assisting our men out in the field, etc. And
of course, I'm happy to.
When you all get the chance, come to the barracks. I have a job for you.
All right, I will let my group know immediately.
Gotcha. In that case, dismissed.
Thank you, sir.
You see he motions Ansem over, and they start discussing something. All right.
I'm still not used to it. What a way to wake up. Oh my god.
All right. And Magnus, the loud knocking at the door has woken you up from your slumber.
I have my mug of like cheap brewed coffee somehow.
Somehow. Magically.
I probably went to the the Bark and Buzzard because it's just right across.
Yeah, you just walked across the street real quick, all sleepy.
Yeah.
You hear almost a faint ringing sound coming from your bag.
Oh. Also, who has the bag of holding now?
That's a good question. Who is carrying the bag of holding?
I don't know if you remember, but when he gave it to her, Constance literally slapped it against Peter's chest.
Yeah,
I have it. I think
is that what we're sticking with? Peter has the bag of holding?
I'm pretty sure I have it in my inventory as well.
I'd say so. It's not like Constance took it back.
Oh, I don't, but I remember her doing that.
Yeah, no, she definitely did that.
I did.
But I was just saying you guys could have swapped it around at any point on the way back. So
Yeah,
Fair.
I was just
But
double
he'll
checking.
just hold on to it.
But yeah, if it's on Peter, there you go. So Peter has the bag of holding. Yours is your regular bag that you've been using the whole time.
All right, just making sure.
That's fair.
Sure. Do I find this source as
you dig through it, you pull out the book, the journal that you had taken and done the thing with to the Duchess, and it hums slightly. And you see the cover now has an almost octarine oily sheen over the front of the leather, and the leather has started to turn less brown, and it kind of looks more like an almost fishy like scales.
Huh. Can I open the book?
As you open the book up, you see, as well as the cover, the pages all now look slightly damp, though they are not. And as you sort through them, they kind of shimmer with octarine light as well. And you hear in your head a voice. Do you like what I have bestowed upon you?
What does it do?
It does a great many things, including acting as a conduit for your new power. Inside it are spells that I figured you might find beneficial.
I see. Can I read? Like, can I read? Do I happen to understand this?
I think I froze.
Hello?
Oh, there we go. No, I froze.
Oh,
I think I'm lagging a little bit. Whatever. We're just gonna deal with the technical difficulties today. So be it. It's happening. This is the life we live, and we live it. Anyway, you hear her whisper. Every memory has an edge, and you gave me yours. Bring it back from the waters, and let remembrance take form. And you see the surface of the pages ripple, like a pebble dropped into a pond.
Mm-hmm.
You feel the urge to reach into the book.
I'm gonna reach in. You know, I've already done so many bad things
Your
in this
arm
campaign.
sinks right through the pages, and it's like you put your hand in a bucket of ice. And as you dip your arm in, you feel the hilt of a weapon in the depths. And as you pull it back, out comes your packed weapon. What is your packed weapon?
It will be a rapier.
So out comes this rapier with a hilt made of what looks like octarine coral and a blade that's almost like a sea green with a faint shimmering octarine purplish hue. However, you get the sense that you can change it to however you want it to be. This blade looks old. You don't see rust, but it looks though it's made of like a tarnished copper almost in some spots. But you get the feeling that you could put it back in the book and pull it out a different way, or that you could put it back in the book and pull it out as not a blade at all, but just an aura of psychic energy.
I also feel less dexterous, if one would say.
Yeah. The icy depths. You kind of felt it.
All that
you kind
exhaustion.
of felt it leech.
Yeah.
Also, you still do after this long rest have 3 levels of exhaustion, so you are still exhausted.
Yeah.
But yeah, those icy depths. You almost felt it pulling at your very being when you ripped it out. Your pact is complete. You are now a level 5 warlock.
All right, guys, let's not do anything for the next 3 days. No talking to anyone.
We might not. We might not.
I didn't know that you got a familiar with your his cat's back there on the bed.
You hear the Duchess scream, "No, not cats! The enemy of fish!"
Wait, there's technically another cat right there as well.
Oh,
I see.
Both cats shut up.
All right. And then we cut to Constance. Constance, you have woken up in your chambers. Annika came with you. She actually slept on the floor that night. But she was exhausted from her trials and was not going to walk all the way back to Camp Dawn after that whole trek down here. So.
Well, I had the mental.
Yeah. It was a long day for her too. So
Okay. Constance goes to get out of her bed, forgetting that Annika's there, and she steps on her a little bit.
you step like right on her, like right below her sternum, and you hear like a as air comes out, and she goes, "Constance, down here."
sorry, and then she pulls her back up onto the bed.
She kind of looks around. She's like, "Is there anything going on, or are you just getting up?"
Nope, just getting up.
Okay. And then she just out again. She has like a little bed mat. It's just like some blankets and a pillow, and
She was gonna suggest like you can take the bed.
She's just out.
Passes
She's
back
out.
out. She's gonna get relatively ready so she can go talk to Hana.
Okay. It doesn't take you too long, and within a few minutes, 10, 15 minutes, you're able to go out to the main hall.
Is she there anywhere?
She is there. You see she's treating another person.
She walks up and she's like, "What's it this time?"
And you see he's actually a farmer. You kind of recognize him. They don't farm much anymore, but this man takes care of chickens, which seem to be able to make it in this area as they can just eat the scraps for the most part. And you see he has a deep gash on his shin. And you see she heals it up with her magic. And he goes, "I stepped on a hoe, and it flicked and got me in the leg."
Oh, need to be more careful about where you keep your tools.
Apparently, and you see he gets up and he's kind of a bit of a blush on his face. He's clearly very embarrassed about the whole ordeal. And he leaves. And you would know that man did not pay, as Hana only charges people that enter the ruins. Otherwise, the people of the community, she helps for free.
Yeah.
And she goes, "I take it you need to talk. You were gone a long time."
Oh boy, do I.
Shall we? And she kind of motions to like this side branch area inside the church. It's where they typically make their medicines and stuff, but it's more
Yeah.
off to the side than like
Definitely.
the bedrooms, for instance. And she'll take you in there and she'll sit down and motion for you to sit across from her. What did you see?
Too much, I think. Black Ivory Inn. Got them all out, except for the ones that, I guess I haven't even explained that. It was a very weird in the past kind of thing. Like, what was that guy's name? Michael Nail or something like that. I don't know. He was the owner of that inn back at the time. I don't know. He was like there because it was some weird time loop thing.
Oh.
And then he died after we figured it
Mike
out.
Connolly.
Yeah, that guy.
He was there? Like,
he was, and then he died after the loop ended. But like he was, you know,
so he was like an
people of the
apparition of
past
sorts?
were like there. Yeah, it was super weird.
That's a interesting thing.
You didn't even see me bring Annika in, did you? Or
I saw you come in with a woman bearing the armor of the Silver Order. but
right. That was Annika. She was there at the end when everything happened. But since she wasn't part of the past, well, you know,
Okay.
she's fine.
Well, that's good. I assume she's going to make her way back over to the Silver Order camp then.
Probably so.
Okay.
But yeah, got people out. We figured that out. Everything's good and dandy there. Problem. How do I put this? I may or may not have not had the choice because Peter and Magnus got contaminated.
Are they
And
okay?
oh, they're fine now.
Who did it?
Lucretia.
You see her face drops and pales. And she goes, "You talked to Lucretia?"
I did not want to. Like, at all.
Well, how did that go? And you see her eyes kind of move towards like
Well-
your heart location as though she's kind of looking for a crystal.
She talked a lot and she like tried to make points, and then she said that she was like super disappointed in me even though I don't know the woman. So
This
I
isn't
don't
exactly
know.
how the DM remembers the conversation going, but it's what Constance is saying.
Well, you gotta remember she's a teenager, so
Yeah.
of course she focuses on the I'm disappointed in the fact that you can't see yet.
She kind of tilts her head a little bit and she goes, "Oh, that's uncharacteristic from what I've heard."
Oh, well, there was, like, a lot more. In fact, she told me, go talk to Ophelia Reed. She knows that I wasn't a liar, because we were like this. Stuff like that, but...
Well, we both heard her say that she was friends, but
Yeah.
I suppose that's your own thing to tell. But I would be, I guess, not careful mentioning this to them, but
Yeah,
I don't think Theodore is
I'm
going
a
to
bit...
like it. I think Ophelia will be more open, but Theodore is probably not going to be a fan that you talk
Yeah,
to her.
I've got a really good feeling that that it wouldn't go over too well. But I didn't really have a choice. They were both contaminated. One of them was awfully contaminated, like on the verge of turning into a
How did this
monster, and
happen?
Lucretia was closer than Emberwood. Back at the inn, there were some tunnels underground, and we went through them, and I think we came up on what's that one square called that everyone, like, Slaughterhouse Square or something like
Slaughterstone
that?
Square?
Yeah, there was like a
Did you guys see
tunnel
the
all the way over
executioner?
there. Well, I think I heard it. I didn't see it.
Oh, were you below the square then?
Below, yeah,
Oh,
because it was
thank
all
God.
under
Take the
the
flame.
inn, and then we went there.
From what
And
I heard,
then-
people do
and
not
then I
come
heard
back from
that.
Slaughterstone Square.
Oh, they do not. There were lots of bodies and talking fish. By the way,
What?
there was talking fish. I don't know why. I don't know how. I know it's Drakenheim. Okay, like, I know that there's monsters, but talking fish. They were
Talking-
nice. They were nice talking fish. Make that make sense.
Like to lure you in to attack you, or?
No, they took Peter and, well, took, used loosely. They willingly went to another fish, from what I gathered. I don't even know. It was an entire thing. They got contaminated on the way there.
Oh.
I don't know. Just fish.
I think I'm just going to let that lie where it is and not think about it too much, because that's a lot.
That's kind of what I've been trying to do, because what do you mean we come up tunnels and there's talking fish? I don't get it. Anyway,
You actually
they
might
got
let Theodore
contaminated.
know about those.
From that. You think? Talking
Yeah.
fish.
Though I think he's
Yeah.
quite busy with the Garmir problem.
Yeah. But they got contaminated from that. And unfortunately, based on where we were, the closest healing, without risking them turning into a monster on the way back to Emberwood, was Lucretia. And for free. Unfortunately.
Well, it's hard to argue with free.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to do with any of this information, but I appreciate you talking to me in confidence.
I think I really just needed to tell someone who would, like, understand, because I've been, like, bottling up the talking fish and stuff and Lucretia and everything for the last couple days, and it's been a lot. And then the time loop thing, it was a big thing, okay? There was this pianist. She got, like, stabbed by a delirium shard, and she made some silly wish about, like, I want to be the greatest pianist or something like that. I don't even know what it really was, but something like that, I'm guessing. And then it went into this gigantic time loop thing, and then there was this nasty monster, like, downstairs of the inn that we had to, like, try to kill, and it was awful because it would keep healing every time she was playing. It was... And then she pauses for a moment, like, I need to chill.
DM moment. That's Drakenheim, baby!
Yeah, pretty much.
But you see, she kind of gives you, like, her head just kind of kept tilting more and more the whole description. And she goes, oh, that does sound like a lot.
It was.
Well, I'm glad you can talk to me about it, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what to do about it.
I mean, that's okay. There's not really anything you can do about it, but, like, woo, that feels good to get out. Especially the part where I was talking to Lucretia, because
Yeah,
I don't think that's going to go over too well.
Concerning.
I
mean,
have
what
the
all-
scepter.
Yeah, I mean, I know that their followers have been looking for the artifacts. I think I heard rumor that they have one,
Oh, dear Lord.
but
Of course.
I'm guessing she doesn't want to turn you into an enemy, so of course she wasn't going to attack you for it.
No, and I'm sure the only way she would give me that is if I stuck a shard of delirium in my chest, and I'm just not
Likely,
doing that. That's
yeah.
just not happening.
I can also see that as the only real scenario where she gives up the relic. There's rumor that she's trying to awaken Argonath.
She did say she had an angel. And she tried to get me to talk to that angel. I don't know
Yeah,
if you...
I've heard about that angel
Yeah.
before. But as a out-of-game reminder, Argonath is the golden dragon that St. Vitruvio rode and was friends with. He is buried along with the remnants of St. Vitruvio in the cathedral. I mean, actually, another thing you would know, there is, when Argonath was buried, there was a prophecy that when Drakenheim reached its darkest hour, Argonath would rise again to defend it.
That's my dragon now! I'm just kidding.
Actually, your prophecy does mention Argonath.
I know it does.
Just for the other people around. She is to unite the relics of St. Vitruvio and awaken Argonath.
I almost wonder... No, that wouldn't work. That would just be silly.
What is it?
I was thinking, how Ophelia and her used to be good friends. I was almost wondering if, I explained to her if maybe there was a way that she could maybe negotiate the artifact, but I very much doubt it considering I have the scepter. She would know where it's going.
I highly doubt that Lucretia is willing to give up the artifact. I mean,
probably not.
If she does awaken Argonath, that means something.
Huh. She already has an angel. Huh.
I know, but Argonath is foretold to come in Drakenheim's darkest hour, and if he rose for her, if she roused his spirit from rest, that would be a revelation.
That sounds like, how to put it? Power in misguided hands.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you've heard the rumors, but you know St. Grecia's chapel that's next to where the meteor struck. You would know faintly of this. This is where Lucretia goes to do the sacrament, from what you understand.
What about it?
Rumor has it, she brought St. Grecia back. St. Grecia helps her perform the sacrament.
That's okay. She kind of like
Not
rubs
like a zombie,
her forehead.
She kind of leans in to whisper. She's like the actual spirit. She came back to help Lucretia. That's the rumor.
I don't.
Fuck with
That's not really a good thing. I don't think. Like it's good, but it's not. Does that even make sense?
As much as anything these days.
I mean, fair enough. I don't know. It's a lot.
It is a lot.
I think the part that I should have especially mentioned with Lucretia, I don't know if she said this to anybody else, but she said she went and touched the heart of the crater, and that's where she got her
that was the
from.
message that got her thrown out of the order.
She mentioned that like a lot.
Allegedly, she saw some sort of truth there.
That's basically what she said, and then she was like, well, if you touched it too, then you would see what I've seen. And I just... That seems really silly.
Dangerous for sure, but... I mean, there's also the alternative. What if you could touch it and then reveal to everyone that you touched the heart and she was wrong?
Okay, but then, like, what if we see the same thing and then it's just like, oh, great, now I just further back up her point and I'm Constance the prophecy child, so, well, you know. Okay, and then everyone goes to Lucretia.
Look, I don't believe in her cause. But if you touch the heart and you witness the same thing and you come to the same conclusion, this isn't about following what we were taught as children. This is about the fate of the world. And if you discover she was right, then she's right. But I don't think she is, and you don't think she is either. So if you go and touch the heart, and you see what she saw, and you can tell everyone that she's an incoherent, babbling zealot, that would deal a death blow to her cult. But if you touch the heart and you discover she is right, then we know what we need to do to save the world, Constance.
Okay. I feel like I need to go sleep again, because that was a lot.
I understand. And Constance, I want you to know I don't think she's right. But if what you say there, where you said that what if you touch it, see the same thing she did, and come to her conclusion, but if that happens, then I don't think she's our enemy.
Why would
I
it
already
reveal
don't
some
think she's our
different?
enemy. I think she's misguided, but
Well, yeah. I just don't. Why would it show me something different than hers? Why would that?
well, I don't mean something different, but maybe you'll see what she saw and come to a different conclusion. Maybe you'll be
I
like,
mean,
no, that
maybe,
isn't the only
or it'll
way.
be too much and it'll break my brain because I'm literally 18 and ran away because I'm just a silly child. But like,
Constance, your age has nothing to do with your power. You've already shown that just in a month, 2 months. You have done what many others could not do. You just told me you broke the curse on the Black Ivory Inn and freed a paladin
well,
and whoever else was there that you mentioned.
not just me. I mean,
Well, of course, but
everyone
that's
else
your
too.
prophecy,
But
isn't it? That's the whole point.
well, yeah, but like, credit where credit's due.
You hear as
You
she
know?
says the word prophecy, there's a rumble across the sky, and you remember that it had begun storming after you left.
Oh, scared of thunder.
You guys both are like cats. You both just.
Yeah.
But as she says the word prophecy, you hear like a boom rumble across the sky.
Right. I'm gonna go back to bed. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Maybe that could be a way that I And then she ponders for a moment and she goes, "But I don't want to go there. I don't want to go that far, and I don't want to touch it. And it would have to be it would be a really long time."
Yeah, you
So she's
need
like
to be
thinking
really
to herself.
careful if you do decide to do that. There's a reason. I mean, people barely even go into the areas of deep haze inside the city, and that's even worse inside that crater. From what I've heard, it's full of the worst monsters you can imagine, and I heard even the sky like explodes with eldritch lightning all the time. Like, it is
Yeah.
dangerous. So if you are going to go there, you need to find another way to protect yourself.
Well, that would be, first of all, way off, and 2, I still don't think I'm going to do it. I was just considering trade. Maybe she'd give me the relic if I did, but I don't know.
Constance, I mean, that might work. That could be a trade, but I think for all of our sakes, you've got to go see what she saw and tell us what it means. Not now. We don't want you dead, of course. But if you find a way to protect yourself that isn't her crystal method, then I think you need to go to the center of that crater and tell us what's there.
Well, I'll do my best, but essentially I told her to her face that I would find a different way, and I just don't think that's going to happen. So I think I just embarrassed myself.
Talking to the crystal, or different way than plunging a crystal in
different
your
way than plunging a crystal in your chest to save the world.
Well, if it's discovered that that's the thing that needs done, then there's nothing shameful about being incorrect. But I don't think that is correct. I think you're going to find your own way. Look, if she saw the truth in the crater and she found out this whole heart sacrament thing, then if you find the truth, you might be able to find your own way.
Well, I don't know. That's a lot, and I'm not nearly that strong at all.
Peter miming the heart steak.
You know what to do.
As this conversation draws to a close, you hear River in your mind. All 3 of you. Hey guys, just checking in. We've had time to analyze Oscar Yoren's research. I'd appreciate if you guys could meet with me in my normal spot.
There's a fish in my head.
She goes, she's in the middle of talking and she goes, "Hold my flame," because she forgets about like the talk. Like no one really does that. So
you guys can technically respond to sending. And to be clear, she actually cast it 3 times, once to each of you.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I imagine we all respond to her at once, and it's just
yeah, there's technically at least 6 seconds delay between each one.
I am gonna send back. I am Warlock now.
You get a second message, and it's, what? How did this happen? You have to come here and explain every detail to me. But, I mean, just to let you know, so you're not worried, Eldrick's here.
Who's Eldrick? As I am watching.
I say there's no response after that one.
Yeah.
And now, we
No,
cut,
nothing.
not to Peter, not to Magnus, not to Constance,
What?
but to Eldrick and Arceus.
Hello.
Hello, Arceus. Can you tell us who you are, friend?
Yes, I'm Alden, friends with all of these yahoos here. And I will be playing Arceus Stormsoul, a level 5 Tempest Sorcerer, a subclass made by our true DM here. He's great, awesome. And I'm glad to be here.
Yes, so this is our friend, and believe it or not, he was actually supposed to be here on the onset of the campaign originally. That is why we had 4 slots that I had awkwardly put a slideshow in. But unfortunately, we had just gotten out of college somewhat recently, and work got in the way, and it wasn't really going to work. So we had to bail and come up with a better solution. But things worked out, and now he's able to join us, much to our great pleasure. So this is Alden, our friend. He will be playing, as he said, Arceus, who is a Amethyst Academy mage who is coming with Eldrick. So we will be having a conversation between them. And just as a side note, his subclass, the Tempest Sorcerer, it is a homebrewed version of what I think the Storm Sorcerer should have been from 2014. They haven't updated it to 2024 yet. If they do and it looks good, he might switch. But for now, I didn't really like it. It's all about, well, if an enemy hits you and if an enemy gets up to you, and that I don't think that's fun gameplay, preparing for the enemy to be on top of you, because you want to stay back and do cool things. And when someone gets on you, that's supposed to be the problem. So it is a more storm-centric class or subclass. So we will see how that plays. I think it should work out great. Now, Eldrick speaks to you. He is a older human male, probably mid to late 50s. So not old, but older. And you see he has little bits of gray on his black beard and black hair. And he looks over to you as you guys appear from the teleport spell in a nearby circle of teleportation in Emberwood. You would know, Arceus, that this circle has actually just recently been completed by members of the Academy, who've been setting up this circle in the outskirts of Emberwood as a way to and from Drakkenheim. The circle in the tower, let's just say, doesn't work anymore, and the people that tried it out learned that the hard way. So, you guys appear and you are walking towards the village where you are to meet River, and allegedly the party you are to be joining on behalf of the Amethyst Academy. And he looks towards you and he says, "Now, Arceus, I trust you will keep the Academy's secrets close to your chest."
Well, of course. It is of the utmost importance among anything.
I'm glad we understand each other. I'm going to be honest with you, Arceus. I know that you have an ulterior motive, but that is to be expected for someone willing to go into the ruins of Drakkenheim. I do not hold this against you, but my one word of warning: do not get in my way, if I can make myself clear. You know my plans, I would suspect, or at least you know the gist of what I'm up to. And as long as our paths do not cross, we will have no problem no matter what your motive is here in this ruin. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, crystal clear. Yeah, I can help you, you can help me. It's a mutual beneficiary agreement.
He nods, and you see he actually smirks slightly as you say crystal clear, and his eyes glance to his staff, which is actually tipped with a stabilized delirium crystal. And you see he kind of makes a little smirk, and he says, "Very good. Then I think we will get along great, and the Academy will prosper from it." You see, as he holds his staff, as you guys walk into the village, many eyes look your way. His rings glitter in the light, and he is a wielder of 9 rings, a 9th level spellcaster, and known to be one of the few Grandmasters of the Amethyst Academy, which is just below the Academy Directorate, the ones who run the Academy from behind.
Guys, I really want to piss him off. Just
In fact,
disintegrate.
you would know his studies as well. He is the best of the best in abjuration magic. In fact, it is said that not even one of the directorate members themselves can match his abjuration skill. And for anyone who does not know, abjuration is the study of magical shielding and runing and protection. Basically, using magic like a force field is the general gist. There's a couple other niche applications. But
I'm assuming, knowing this knowledge, I would know he's probably vying for a directorate seat at some point. He's definitely going for the next, because there is an open position, correct?
Correct. So Modrea was the last Academy member, or the directorate member, who was the Archmage of Drakenheim and a member of the directorate. She was in that tower when the meteor hit it, and she has not been heard from since. She is MIA, believed to be KIA. So therefore, the directorate does have a vacancy, and it is rumored, and you know it well, the fact he's coming to Drakenheim, and he's a Grand Master in abjuration, and no one can match him on that, he is gunning for that seat. And he has laid a simple, yet straightforward threat. Don't get in his way. But other than that, you guys are on the same side. And with that, you arrive at the Red Lion Hotel, which is at the top left of this map. This is the rich and fancy establishment. The reed of the town, I believe that's the correct term, basically the mayor, he turned his estate into a hotel when Drakenheim became a popular adventure location. It is exorbitantly expensive, as Peter learned in one of the most recent episodes. However, this is where River stays. She is Eldrick's highest disciple. She is also quite skilled in abjuration and has been his student for many years. She has been staying at the Red Lion Hotel, the Red Ivory Hotel, and where she has been in charge of general interactions with adventuring groups, general citizens, getting the lay of the land. She does not leave the town, though. She has never gone into the ruins. You, Arceus, are to go into the ruins for the Academy's means and take jobs. And though you already know what your mission is, we will just wait on that for when the party gets here, because it will be explained to them, but Arceus will have already known this information. You guys arrive, and River is there, and you see she stands up and a smile breaks across her face, and she goes, "Master, it is good to see you." And she does a little bow to him, and he gives a respectful bow back. And he says, "Yes, I'm happy, I suppose, to be on site for this project of mine. I trust things have been well. Your letters and messages have been, how to say, a glimmer of hope in the Dark City." And she nods and she says, "Yes, we've actually made, as I'm sure the reports showed you, some great progress on our goals here. And one group in particular, who has a prophecy child of the Silver Order, has been working very close with us. I think we have really good prospects here. I know you were expecting heavy resistance from the Silver Order, but between the falling fire and the prophecy child that, seems to be on our side for the most part, I think we have a really good in here." And he nods. And Arceus, you've seen most of the reports as well, and you would estimate he already knew this. This has been widely reported on, which is why he has arrived. He believes the foothold is secure enough that he himself can be here. Though, I will say, Arceus, you are suspicious. You know he's a powerful spellcaster with access to probably almost every spell, except you would guess Wish, as that is a spell that only very few know, and most people that know it can't cast it anymore. However, you would suspect there's a chance that the one you've been with the whole time is not him. This could be a simulacrum, could be the real one. Allegedly, the rumors say he was coming in person. As you would know the limitations of a simulacrum, which would be that it can't learn new memories. But you're always suspicious of anything a Grand Master Wizard does. But you see he nods, and small talk is short. It is straight to the metaphysics of the magic, the things that has been witnessed, mention of Magnus's strange brushing with a creature in a coral palace that cannot be described, and mentioned that he just said he made a warlock pact. It is shortly after this discussion that the party arrives in the Red Lion Hotel. And you see, before discussions even begin, you all see the wizened Eldrick Runeweaver, who I will actually go ahead and just make his token very large for everyone so that you can
Yeah, I gotta
generally
see
get a
that.
look for him.
That art. Oh, it looks so cool.
This is
Oh,
Eldrick
do
Do
Runeweaver,
we have any cool
Grandmaster of
intro
the Academy.
music in wherever
Oh
we
my
walk in?
Do what, Sam? You are quite far
Because
from the
you-
mic.
Oh, do we have
Yeah,
any
put your-
cool intro music when we walk in somewhere?
Now, unfortunately, you guys haven't specced into delirium boom boxes yet.
Damn.
It's just a sad trumpet.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Arceus Storm Soul just constantly has AC/DC playing in the background. I mean, he
True.
has to.
No, but as you guys enter, you see Eldrick Runeweaver, and as we've seen in the slideshow there, you see Arceus. You see a towering man. Alden, please describe Arceus for everyone.
Absolutely. Standing about 7.5 feet tall, towering over almost everybody in the room, there's Goliath, who bears the unmistakable mark of the storm. His deep blue skin is traced with veins of crackling lightning that radiate from a glowing tattoo in the center of his chest in the shape of an orb of lightning. A sphere of living electricity whose branching tendrils spread across his torso and down his arms, ending at his fingertips with a faint arc of static. Beneath his robes, the storm tattoo pulses with a steady glow, its light coursing through the lightning veins beneath his skin as tiny arcs occasionally dance between his fingertips.
And this man is lightly crouched inside this place. It is large, and yet it is made by a human, mostly for humans. Arceus stands out immediately as you guys enter, and when you guys approach, you feel your hair stand on end a little bit from just the general aura of static around him. I imagine Arceus
Why is it
almost has a
getting
little
frizzy?
smell of ozone about him. That smell after a lightning
Yes.
strike.
Yes.
Ooh.
I did
Faint
skip
crackle.
a small part of my section as well. Long, silver white hair and a flowing beard frame eyes that gleam like flashes of distant lightning as well. He has a massive mane, pretty well kept, but it is just thick, thick white hair is all around his head. I mean, everywhere. Which I don't know if any of you are familiar with Goliaths, but typically this is odd for Goliaths because they're typically hairless up here. The tattoo tracks, though. Goliaths do typically have tattoos across them, but
yes. And so as you approach, you see River lights up on seeing you guys. And she lights up first on Constance, and then you see this delight change to eagerness as her eyes cross to Magnus. And she goes, "We have got to discuss." And Eldrick raises his hand and he goes, "Patience, student. First, we must find a place to talk."
Constance is absolutely staring at Arceus, by the way, because it's starting to click
Yeah.
for her.
The oncoming
Prophecy?
storm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Constance may have
Yeah.
something about a storm in her prophecy.
Magnus would be like, "Oh, so that guy's the storm." He's just gonna say it.
Constance, do you want to share the prophecy now, or do you want to keep it to yourself for now?
I don't think she ever mentioned the
She has
storm to
not
either
told
of them, by the
everyone.
way.
She has not
Magnus
told the
or
prophecy
Peter.
at all to anyone, other
Oh,
than
wait.
that you are a part
Oh.
of the prophecy and you are a part of the prophecy.
Yeah. So
you
Constance
don't
is
need to,
staring.
you
They're
don't
all like talking and discussing, and then she goes, "His heart shall thunder until the heaven." Oh my gosh, that's him. That
What? What?
that
Oh.
you're part of my prophecy.
As you say that,
she
the
points
lightning
at Arceus.
the lightning strikes outside with a boom. By the way, as you guys approached, Eldrick was holding up his staff because he was casting a shield dome over the top of you guys that was blocking all the rain. So you guys are
That's
actually
funny.
bone
Who
dry.
needs an umbrella when you have a shield?
Huh.
Cool.
Neat. Could I do that?
You see, the River gives you a bit of a look as you freak out, like because she knows you well enough at this point that she's like, "What's going on there?" And Eldrick goes, "I have rented out one of the nearby buildings, which we can go discuss in, if that works for all of you, of course."
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Of
She's
course.
staring at Arceus.
He nods to everyone and he goes, Well then, if you will please follow me. And he exits the building, and as you guys follow him, he taps his staff on the ground, and a barrier whoop, over the top of you guys, blocking the rain.
Well, I'm just already wet.
Arceus, you're familiar enough with it. Anyway, Arceus, you're familiar enough with Eldritch.
It wasn't like that. She walked here. You.
Oh, I thought you meant because you saw
She
River.
walked here.
He says, and
Like
yet
that too,
one
but
can never
no.
stay too dry anyway.
No, because
And-
we had already walked there.
You see, he looks towards you, Constance, and towards all of you, and he kind of waves his hands, and you are all suddenly bone dry.
Oh, nice.
And
Thank
he
Holy
uses staff raised.
prestidigitation.
You see, he walks with it like a walking stick, but he's not leaning on it. He's just casually walking with it. And Arceus, you would know that his mastery over abjuration magic, this giant umbrella that he's casting, he could do this all day forever. This takes nothing from him. But he leads you guys over to one of the larger abandoned houses. And inside, you expect a decrepit, dry, rotted place. And though it is in a little bit of disrepair, you see lavish furnishings and stuff have all been set up, including a mahogany table with a large tea set on it. And there is steam coming out of the end of the kettle. And he takes his seat in one of the cushioned chairs, and he sits back, and a hand appears which grabs the tea and begins to pour it. And he says, "If you will all join me, it would be my pleasure." And you see there is actually a rather large, this one is a lot less lavish, but you see a very large, sturdy oak seat that is clearly meant for Arceus.
He'll walk over and he looks at it and kind of tests it out a little bit, like as he's getting it, he kind of grabs the edges and pushes down just a little bit, and then we'll sit down next on
as he tests it. You get a message cantrip from Eldrick who says, "It was made with your specifications in mind. Do not fear, my friend."
He'll nod slightly.
I will take a seat and then take a cup of tea.
Constance specifically waits for River to sit down before she runs over to the seat closest to her.
You see she sits on a small, I guess it's kind of called like a love seat, where it's kind of like the two-person cushioned bench. And you see she actually sits down on that and grabs her tea with kind of no thought behind the eyes. Like that was just kind of the closest spot. It's pretty close to Eldrick. Actually, it's the closest seat next to him.
Makes sense.
But there is an open spot right next to her where you could sit.
Yeah, no, she
Peter will
immediately
take a seat.
Watch
Not
Constance try
runs,
to...
but definitely walks really fast over.
Peter starts to sit down. She just pushes him over the table and takes the spot.
Yeah.
No, he takes Eldrick's spot because
Don't
Yeah, he can just sit
mind if
down. Constance takes it just to assert dominance.
Just pushes her over. Get out of here.
Mage hand picks her up like a cat by the scruff.
She's gonna have a competition against Eldrick for River's heart, but Eldrick doesn't care a thing about it. It's just
It's
Yeah.
a one-way rivalry. Yeah.
So you all sit down, and you see he casts an illusion over the table after everyone has their tea, and you see all the stuff just mysteriously lifts up into the air and starts to walk away, which Arceus, when probably Constance would immediately recognize, there is an unseen servant here. However, as it disappears, you see an illusion cover the table. Most of it is Oscar Yoren's general notes and research, the stuff that made no sense to you guys.
Mhm.
And with it, he also produces a box. And he says, "We have had a great many discoveries from the work you brought us from Oscar Yorn. It is a shame that he made it
that's good.
out alive, but perhaps it will come to
Barely.
our benefit one day and we will find more of his research. That said," and you see he sets the box down on a blank spot in the illusion, and he opens it up. And inside are 4 syringes with a glowing orangey liquid in them. And you guys would recognize them as replicas of what you had found in his office. The syringes are different. They look much more academy in design than the kind of ramshackle, clearly well made, but doesn't have access to a fancy magic lab. These ones are you see the glass isn't even glass. It's like actual crystal, like quartz or something, which contains it in a beautiful, almost mar-free view of this orange liquid that almost bubbles a little bit, not like it's hot, but like a lava lamp almost, where it's kind of rolling around inside. There's a nice, like, beautiful silver needle attached, and he says, "This is the fruits of our labor from what you have discovered so far. These are aqua expergo, Oscar's design. One injection to the heart protects you for quite some time against the contaminating effects of the ruins. But there is a side effect. And that side effect is that when the last protection is up, it has captured all the contamination in your blood. We discovered that is how it functions. The orange liquid goes into your bloodstream and directly captures any contamination that enters the bloodstream. Well, it has to go somewhere. And after the time is up and all of its use is used up, your body must remove it through any means necessary. I'm not going to get into the details, but let's just say both ends, and it is entirely unpleasant. You will not be able to do anything for a little bit. No, we suspect something else. Reading through Oscar's research, Oscar has accustomed himself to the haze through some means. From the method we described, he did it to his apprentices too. Not all of them made it, but the ones that did, it seems to take a couple of years and constant scientific exposures to haze and contamination. It is something that we have not replicated yet, nor are we legally allowed to replicate. So unfortunately for now, his methods will stay secret. I'm sure you saw he probably had an octarine glow in his eye. That was written down in the journal. It appears as though he kind of merges his bloodstream to where it's almost like an inoculation, such as a vaccine, except over a very long period of time. So that is something that is off the table. But this is something he discovered for the deeper contamination. For even though he could rest within the ruins and ignore the background radiation levels of contamination, he could not ignore heavier levels, such as the strikes of certain monsters or the deep haze, any of that. And so, this was his design he was working on to fix it. This aqua expergo, like I said, allows you to absorb much of the contamination, which aids greatly in the deeper exploration of the city. We might be able to get to places we have not even considered being able to go. It is not strong enough for something like the heart, but for the area around the tower, or maybe even the castle, we have a chance now. That said, there has been limited testing, and they are in very limited supply. His recipe calls for eldritch lilies. We have only one confirmed location where these are known, and they are from his notes. A Queensman brought him back some. That is where he first designed it. Queen's Park Garden, as I'm sure you've all known. But that said, that doesn't have to be the only location they ever grow. If you can bring us back 12 whole plants, seeds, flowers, stems, roots, all of it. If you can bring us back 12, I believe we can start a farm somewhere in the haze. Or, I suspect the Academy might have the ability to replicate a chamber using... It's not important. But a long story short, we can grow them, I believe. And if we can grow them, we can mass produce this... I want to say cure, but it's not. But this innovation. Right now, it is a prototype. But if we had unlimited access to the resources, we might even be able to remove the side effect that Oscar could not. For that reason, you all have a mission from us. And that is to recover Eldritch Lilies, 12 whole plants, at least, from Queen's Park Garden. Be warned, it is a dangerous place, and it is deep haze. That means every hour or so is risky. But, to compensate, we have brought our great friend Arceus with us. As you can see, he is quite the specimen, and I assure you, his physical size and strength are no match for the magic in his core. And you see he points towards that pulsing lightning, almost tattoo in the center of his chest. He is a sorcerer with powers over the storm like I myself have not seen in my lifetime. And I suspect it will only grow stronger as the ruins hone his edge. He has volunteered to go into the ruins, something most mages do not do. And so for that, I propose he joins your group. And in doing so,
Well,
You
he's
see,
in my
almost
prophecy,
on
so-
cue, Arceus will lift up his hand, and you will see a ball of lightning form in the middle of it. Which you would think, inside, it would a ball of lightning this size would begin jumping out and arcing to things, but it is very contained in his hand.
you see actually there's almost a little ripple where it tries, and like you see it like it gets pulled back in like a wave into a river. And you see Eldrick lifts up his hand and he goes, Arceus, now is not the time for showboating. I am already talking you up.
No, this is insane. I do more
Right.
of that. I would love to see more of
He's-
that.
He's already joining our group because he's in my prophecy, so he has to.
You see Eldrick.
It was
That too.
foretold.
It's very subtle. His face does not change expression much, but you see there's a little kind of an ooh in his eye, and he says, Really? Would you be willing to share your prophecy with us? We might be able to benefit further if one of our own members is a part of it.
The whole thing? It's a lot.
Well, if you don't mind. I mean, the more the better.
However much you're willing to share would be plenty good.
Oh yes, I don't think you
Well-
ever mentioned the whole thing to us.
No, I haven't. I mean, to be fair, when you guys first asked about it, we had just met. And so then
I mean, sure, yeah.
we didn't really talk about it after that. And like,
We
I
got
know
quite
you
busy,
now.
didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
You have been busy, haven't you all? I've seen very much a list of your
Quite.
accomplishments. Even Osiris reported back to me. In fact, I have a thank you gift from him, from his research funds. And you see he reaches down and he puts 300 gold in a pouch on the table, and he goes, This is his thank you for breaking me out of the spell that was going to trap me until I turned to dust.
Oh,
Wow, quite an apt title.
Yes, well,
100 all around.
he always has had quite a way with words.
Yes, and he was nice as well. Nice fellow.
He finished his research. He is working on his dissertation about it now.
Oh, that's good.
But I am glad to hear you say you will have Arceus. River's reports told me that you probably would, but I would like to hear this prophecy if you do not mind.
Mhm.
well, it's a lot. I mean, I remember it word for word. I feel like I'm supposed to.
I am a
Props, child and
wizard.
all, but
I promise you, I have read vast works. Imagine you guys are here for the next couple days as she recites the whole thing. He's like, okay, I was wrong. Can I go to bed now? You've proven your point to me.
yeah, I suppose I can. And then she kind of looks around and she's like waiting to make sure everyone's like fully ready, right?
You see, you have Eldrick and,
then-
River's apt attention.
We're all.
I'm
ready.
picturing Rivers
No
like
pressure,
the
by
dog
the way.
that's like
Yeah, it's the. you just-
that emote was good. Okay, I'll read it. Well, recite it, but me personally, I'm gonna read it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Do you want me to read it in my voice for effect?
do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the city where heavens wet fire and the earth still mourns, you shall reclaim the sacred relics of Saint Vitrurio, vessels of the flame's divine light. With the aid of Argonaut, you shall turn the tide of humanity's doom. I feel like that's definitely an important one. But the path is not yours, mine, to walk alone. You must seek the seeker, the one who walks among forgotten bones where the sands bury history and the past cries out to be reclaimed. His hands know the weight of time, his heart, tasted by greed, yet proven true. By his hands the relics will be found, their place restored. That one will be Magnus. She points across the table. Another shall rise, a blade forged in the legacy of the fallen, a shadow cast by a father's light. His name will not be given, but known. When steel meets steel and he stands unbroken, the last of a lost kingdom's dream. With courage, untested, yet bound by blood and honor, he shall take his stand. I know his name now. That's Peter.
So nice.
And then,
Fate is too kind to me.
Continue.
and then, this is how I knew that was Arceus. When old faith cracks against new revelation and the heavens echo with strife, one, clothed in storm, shall walk beside you. As the flame seeks to order the world below, so must the heavens endure above. A wind first stirred by another's hand, yet destined to become a tempest no hand may command. He shall climb the broken pillar that dares pierce the firmament, called to the absence where a star was shattered. Born beneath the constellations, yet never counted among them, his heart shall thunder until the heavens concede his name to their number. That's Arceus.
You actually
And then this is the
see-
end of
Quite
it.
good.
It's,
Oh, go ahead. Give me the end of it, and then we'll go to that. Sorry, go ahead.
she's gonna say, and this part's just like, there's no more people. Together, you will weave a thread of hope through the ashes of ruin. Yet beware, for where light shines, shadows will stir. The cursed city shall offer its temptations, and its perverse corruption, she looks at Peter about Lucretia, will rise to meet you. The path to salvation lies not in purity alone, but in the courage to endure the crucible, and the wisdom to light the way. That's it.
See, Eldrick nods. I want to point out real quick that she looked at Peter about Lucretia and not Magnus about talking to the giant fish monster called
That
the
too.
Duchess.
It's
Magnus
just
is like,
the
"Yeah, Peter."
perverse corruption part. She's definitely.
Everyone roll me an insight check. All four of you.
Oh.
My insight's
You said
terrible.
all four of you, and I was like, huh? Who?
Huh? There's only three of them.
Me?
Oh.
I got a 15 though. I got a 15.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Oh,
Only a 7.
my,
I have
Arceus
plus
is like,
You're feeling
man,
yourself."
even the prophecy's hyping
20
me
is
up.
acting up.
Yeah.
I really am him, aren't I?
A 20.
Timothy
Alright.
extraordinaire.
I got a good insight.
You do have a good insight.
Yeah, oh, got it pretty good.
Okay.
I have a plus
So
3 now
only
because I'm
Constance
proficient.
passes. The DC was 20.
Damn.
Damn.
Eldrick's face scowled slightly
Unfortunately, I'm not
near
a,
the end of Arceus's prophecy. About the second half, he had a brief demeanor of discontent. But it was erased within moments. And everyone else was too busy listening to the prophecy to pick up on it. He says,
Constance doesn't say anything
yeah, he says,
about that.
fascinating. Well, it appears as though you are well on your way, though the Argonath thing might be a bit of an issue. I've heard it needs all relics of St. Vitruvio, and I see we know one. And he motions towards the scepter that you have.
I know where another one is. No idea how to get it.
It's a good start.
Well, wonderful
have
news.
one.
The Academy has no interest in these relics in the sense of, do not worry about us interfering. In fact, we would be happy to help.
I sure hope not.
That's good to know.
Yes, well, as I'm sure you're aware, any attempt to do so would be in breach of the Edicts of Lumen, and the entire wrath of Illyria would fall upon us.
Yes.
But even
Very
then,
much so.
even if we wanted them, they wouldn't do anything for us. But
They are useless.
in restoring the city to its former glory and aiding you in your prophecy, we would be happy to help in the ways that we can, as we can, but do understand it is not our priority, and therefore we will not allocate all of the resources you may desire. But that said, you have completed multiple objectives for us, and for that reason I will also be providing you all with, and you see a silver serving tray with the top on it, kind of just levitates itself into the room, and like someone invisible has moved the top off, you see a pile of potions. There is 2 greater healing potions, and 3 regular healing potions for each of you.
Oh,
Sorry,
Arceus-
huh?
Including me or just them?
Arceus, you
Yeah, how big
will
was this
go ahead and add them to
tray?
your inventory, but they were not in the tray for you. They had been provided to you before.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's
I'm
just
sorry.
it's like a serving platter, and potions aren't very big.
So 2
Fair
greater,
enough.
3 common.
Correct.
Awesome.
Holy.
Wait,
I'll
for
take
each
that.
of us?
For each of
Not
you.
as a
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, that's
Constance
gonna
is
be
looking
used
at it
so
that like,
quickly.
I know. That's
Yeah,
why
for
I'm not
you
too
two.
worried about giving it to you guys.
It's gonna be used so
I assure
quickly.
you these will be gone by the time you've finished your efforts in Queen's Park Garden. The river
well,
has told
especially for those
me
two.
the bottomlessness of your appetite for potions. That said,
Just them.
when it comes to selling potions, as long as you are working with us, we might be able to make an arrangement. Though I must inform you, if we do make an arrangement, it will have to be available to every other party, but they would have to meet the requirements of the arrangement, which we could finagle in a way that makes it
Only we
difficult
make
to
it.
do. But we do not want to breach the edicts, isn't that right? And he just kind of looks towards Constance.
Yeah.
She'll
reaching
just kind of give him like
edicts.
a nod.
Don't want to do that.
For anyone listening that doesn't recall, or any of my players that might not recall, the Edicts of Lumen are the establishment of the sacred flame that declares what sorcerers and wizards and all mageborn can and cannot do. It is what stopped centuries of warfare of the genocide of mageborn, after centuries of oppression by mageborn on those who were not. It was a brutal and long conflict that only ended when the parties agreed on what each could do and not do. Though the edicts are definitely heavily restrictive on mageborn compared to the faith. Their reasoning being, well, anyone can be faithful. We do not hold any sort of power over this ability, whereas not everyone can be mageborn, and therefore there needs to be more regulations. It is of some contest. However, it is well known the Academy upholds the edicts to the letter. Well, now that that business is sorted, do you have anything you would like to tell us? And you see his eyes hover towards Magnus. I hear you have discovered more about this Coral Palace.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
I hope it is a good
so-
thing, considering you made a pact with the creature.
Well, I think
What?
she attempts to make.
Constance doesn't
Yeah,
know about
Constance didn't-
really
Peter
that
wouldn't
part.
have-
She knew about the book part, but
Well,
when waking up,
He did kind
She
of
didn't know
say
that
he
it was,
was
like,
going to make
firm.
one. Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
He
I
kind of
did
told you,
say-
but
like,
I say it's fair if it was
firm,
if
like,
it went over her head.
happened over
Yeah.
that night.
Pete, I would say Peter is not surprised at all by this. I mean, they've been sharing the same hut, in Emberwood for like weeks
You
now.
heard the fish
so
whispering.
he is a he has a fairly understands madness pretty well. He thinks so. He's not surprised.
What? It happened?
Yeah, this is empty, by the way. I'm doing it for effect. Well, so
come, John.
beneath Slaughterstone Square, there, the talking fish people.
You see immediately as you say beneath the Wellstone Square, the illusion of Oscar's research wipes and is immediately replaced by a highly detailed 3-dimensional map of Drakenheim.
There, I'm gonna kind of point to it.
As you
I've
touch-
been
Mr.
throughout.
you
Smuggling
see a
tunnels
red
under the
bling, and like a pin appears in that spot that kind of blings.
Due to just Magnus being able to kind of like know his way with maps and stuff, would I be able to kind of draw a map with the have kind of like
You could get
generally
a
what we
very
went
approximate
to?
location of where that giant delirium thing was if you wanted.
And I will say right about here, give or take, with some margin of error. There seems to be. It was a temple of the water god. What was the water god's name?
Nodens.
Nodin. It was a temple of Nodin there originally.
Temple of Nodens. That is not in any of the. That is not in any of the information we had. This must have been pre-blueprints to the city, which is very old indeed. But I trust that you know what you're talking about when it comes to the old gods. You seemed the studied type.
I'm studied to a degree. I'm not gonna toot my own horn on that. We
Yes.
also met the. Was it the counselor or the chancellor? I forget.
It was
think
the
it was
Chancellor. He went by the Chancellor, and he
Chancellor.
was wearing the Chancellor's crest of Drakenheim.
Yes.
We met the chancellor there. The
Chancellor.
chancellor.
The
wearing
Chancellor.
the crest.
Wearing
Yes,
the-
wearing
Yes,
the crest.
chancellor. And he had the
Well,
this
not just one
changes things
chancellor, I guess.
tremendously. Well, it was just
Not-
the Chancellor, but there was also one who
Yeah.
they kind of introduced. It was the Cardinal and one other is what they called themselves. They were different,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
but there was just one.
I
Chancellor.
couldn't remember because the
Yeah, you're
tokens
good.
were technically the same.
They were
I
all
was
the
like,
same
"What is
token. Yeah,
that?" Yeah, I'm trying to like
You're
mental
good.
image,
you're good.
and then
And he says, "Well, this changes things tremendously. Do you know the value of the information you just told me?"
I know it's extremely valuable, but I'm also here to just kind of
Well,
explain everything in
I
hopes that
am-
you could also.
I am, of course, happy that you are willing to share, and I must, with the same importance, I must impress upon you that we have no interest in, of course, obtaining the seals of Drakenheim either. That crown goes to the heir as determined and selected by the council, of course. However, there is one we are
Yeah.
interested in, which would be the Archmage's staff. Of course, we believe that is in the tower. But all the
Yeah.
rest of them, it is still very valuable. The Hooded Lanterns have been looking for those for quite some time.
Indeed.
Those seals are like keys in this city. Not only do they grant you, with enough of them, the ability to go to the palace, but they also are required in the ritual that binds the crown, and they are also, allegedly, ways to protect yourself against the city's defenses, as I'm sure you have heard. The city's guardians have all come alive, and they're quite mad. We do not know exactly
Yes,
what caused this
yes.
to occur, but what we do know
Well,
from our limited knowledge is that in days past, anyone who bore those seals could command these creatures. We see no reason that it would not work to some degree now. If we know where this is, we need it. But there's one problem. If you made a deal with this entity, I doubt it will be willing to hand over a powerful artifact, no?
it seems to be collecting magical artifacts. It seems
Mm.
like it has the best intentions, at least on the surface. If
Be very
it's-
cautious. I have dealt
Is
with my
that
fair
not
few.
what most things in Drakenheim are
Fair.
doing?
As Constance
that's-
said, and also if it is an extra-dimensional being, I must warn you that I've
Another
had my
thing.
experience with a fair few, and they always seem to have good intentions, but you need to know better.
It has access to my mind.
Yeah.
This would have been
about
prudent
that.
to know before our conversation.
Yeah.
I've been very open with it in terms of, if you're evil, I'm gonna kill you.
Right,
I mean,
you.
that
I'm
is
This
saying.
does sound like a slight oversight.
Indeed, and Arceus, well. And you see he looks back towards you, and Arceus, in your head, you hear, I must warn you, these individuals are quite prone to oversights from my knowledge. As you saw in the report, Oscar Yorn got away. But they are what we have, and they are
I'm
the
catching
best
flack!
they are the best that we have currently.
And I can
So-
respond to this, right?
I don't.
I think message I
so.
can.
I think you're right. I think
Is it message cantrip?
it is message that he's using on you.
You can respond. Technically, it's a whisper, but only the target hears it
Okay.
back and forth.
So you guys
So-
might see Arceus' mouth move slightly, like he mumbles something, but there's no sound. What do you say?
Yeah. Hopefully, with me being here, it will be less prone to oversights, more prone to calculated decisions.
In the
I am
background,
trusting you with that.
I'm just
in
not-
fact.
I'm catching flack. I don't know.
You're the
What?
company you keep. You're the company you keep. You know. That's,
And
saying-
while
what
this
can I
conversation
say?
has been happening, Eldrick is actually continuing to speak out loud. And he says, yes, well, that is indeed quite the oversight. We must better prepare ourselves next time if we have anything to share. Hopefully. Okay, well then what can you
For
tell
these
us?
privy conversations, a ring of mind shielding would be in order.
Yes, that could do it. We
Yeah,
will
that's what
see
I was
about that
thinking
at our
too.
next meeting. For now, though, what can you tell us of your pact that... Well, I mean, I
What
assume
do
it
I
knows
know?
everything about that. So. You don't know much. You made a deal with the fish asked you not to open the doors to its flood, but to leave open the porthole. It basically used an analogy of there was a door that you opened, and it does not expect you to open that door fully, but that you would just leave open a small porthole for its power to flow through. You agreed and told it you would, and you have felt that presence, and you have felt the magic that has come from that. In fact, if you close your eyes and just like picture it, like you picture your little like your inner mind, you feel
Mhm.
like there's just this small hole, and from the hole is a wellspring.
Mhm.
That's, I mean, there's no better way to describe it than power, but not like electricity, but more like
Mhm.
a
Like a
welling
surge.
strength. Like
Mhm.
it's just like a.
I'll kind of relay that back to him.
This is interesting. So you really, yes, you have very much opened your mind to the creature, which is, well, probably not good, but also may not be the worst. I must say there are plenty of eldritch and foreign entities, and their concerns are normally not ours. There are quite a few that they would take the world over for a jar of the Caspian peanut butter they made. And yet there are also many that would conquer the entire human race, and that is their goal. But
this
there are,
one
like I said,
is-
equally many that want a trivial thing like it is some prized possession. It could
From
be
what
that
it-
this
from its-
entity just wants something plain.
What was? Because she told me what she wanted, right?
She
wanted
told you there was
Dracula?
something in the palace that she needed. You asked her if it was the crown. She said no, but that would help me.
Well, so far she wants something in the palace, not the crown. But
Interesting.
it said it would help her. Whatever that could possibly be.
The crown would help her, to be clear. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's
okay,
what I was
yeah,
saying.
okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. He says, concerning, as I'm sure you're aware, the crown is an artifact of great power.
Constance also hearing this for the
Mhm.
first time because she didn't listen when he dumped it all in her head.
There is, of course, great concern here. Obviously, we will not be giving this creature a crown with the power to cast Wish. That would be
We are not.
catastrophic.
No, I hope not.
Best case scenario, she uses all the wishes to turn trees into fish or something. However,
That would be kind of funny. Well, not really. So.
I agree. It would be quite humorous, but it would not be very helpful. It might be
Right,
catastrophic
but
for
then
the ecosystem.
wouldn't fix Drakenheim at all.
Exactly.
Yes,
And if we can
not
get
at
the
all.
crown on someone who wishes to aid Drakenheim, that would be far better. From what I understand, though, there has been no update in discovering any of the royal family, and of course, all the ones that weren't here in Westamar died out in the Civil War. Just perfect.
Hmm.
But
Yes.
that doesn't really matter until we get the crown anyway. I'm sure there will be a whole nother war afterwards. I
Oh,
cannot
great.
wait. That said, for now, we have what we have, and right now we know the location of the Chancellor's Crest. We will not make a move on it yet, but if you could make a deal with the entity that gets you that crest, that would be phenomenal.
I could
Mhm.
try talking with her if you want.
She might want something in exchange, and if it's something we are willing to part with, then so be it. That is the art of deals, after all.
Then I'll talk to her about it. I don't even. Can I could like. She can only speak to me and through the haze.
Allegedly,
in
she
the
can only
haze.
talk to you when you're in the haze,
But I did hear it earlier when I got the book.
which was still in the haze. Oh, well, you mean right then? Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you heard
right.
it.
Yeah.
You heard it faintly.
Yeah.
But it was really faint, and it felt strained.
Okay.
Likely, she can't
Base-
do that for long, if at all. It might have been the residual energy in the book that allowed it.
She can
Perhaps
only
whatever this
really-
fish is searching for that's in the palace, it might be the thing we are willing to part with if it's willing to give up the crest.
It could be. Like I said, these.
Mhm.
When it comes to devils and demons and genies, those all typically have very humanly desires, and therefore they come into conflict. But the creatures from the realms beyond the space between worlds, they have desires that may mean nothing to us. It could be it desires a candelabra that's locked in a safe there. We do not know. Maybe a fishbowl made of porcelain. Who knows?
That would be quite
That's-
convenient, wouldn't it?
However,
Indeed.
it did say that that its current presence. I feel like this might be a delirium monster. It could be a delirium, right? Could something have got eaten enough delirium?
Oh,
Well, to
wait,
be
did
completely
did we tell him
frank with
about
you-
the?
I tried
Yes,
to
sorry,
tell. Oh,
continue.
there was also a giant shard of delirium.
How giant?
Not shard, like a pillar,
Like
pretty much.
Like a pillar. Like.
greater
you
than
see-
a geode.
You see he
Like-
raises his staff, and you see the illusion on the table disappears, and an illusion appears to the side. It's about the size of you. This was much bigger and wider. He says, like this big?
No,
Mm.
double it, pretty much.
And you see he does it, and yeah, that's approximately.
A
which
little
would
bit
basically be the
small,
equivalent of a
but
large-sized
pretty
creature.
much the exact one.
And he says, a little bit small. The Chancellor's crest is no longer of our concern. This piece right here would be world-changing. That has not even been seen, let alone recovered.
Mhm.
That's another thing.
That's quite the sight.
That is priceless. Okay.
Do
Well,
you
we
know...
now have two things we want from this entity. That said, yes, Peter.
So what if I told you that apparently as well there might be? Do you know that delirium grows and spreads?
Well, that's
We
what
have
I
suspected
think
as
too.
much.
So there may or may not, and I'm leaning more towards may, be a whole bunch of it growing in like a cavern in the water down the river. And
Yes,
that might be where.
we have detected
the
some
thingy.
of this runoff. You think it might live in a cavern down there? Okay, that is
But
noted,
it's
but not immediately useful to
spreading.
us. Yes,
She
we are
showed
aware
me
of
an
its spread,
image.
unfortunately. I mean, I must say that was also written directly in Oscar Jorn's research, but we had already suspected as much due to the
Okay.
rate at which the city has gotten worse.
Oh. And another thing, I recently, I mean, I'm sure you're familiar with the Falling Fire and how their crystals,
Yes,
you know, are
we've
in their
heard
chest.
something a little bit about that.
So, I did have the. I don't know if any of you had this experience yet, but I've
They do
had
not
the
like us.
experience to touch one of their
Also,
purified crystals of delirium. Myself.
my patron doesn't like
Yes.
the Fallen Fire. It thinks it's doing something perverted
Because
to
it
their
is.
crystals. Well,
Noted.
yeah.
Well,
But anyway,
But to
no,
that
this-
entity, we don't
this-
know exactly what it could be in terms of.
the stabilized crystal you
Perversion.
referred to, what
Hmm.
did you notice about it? What can you tell me?
It's
Well,
gold.
Gold. We've heard
yes,
that.
the color.
From life as
Um,
well. Someone has to die.
It had a comforting warmth emanating from it.
I wonder if it's like a
Warmth.
phylactery in a way, where it captures the person's soul.
It's basically what I was saying.
Thought about that.
She
I've
looks over at
hypothesized that
Magnus.
before myself, and hearing
Mhm.
the warmth, that could be very true. But knowing what I know of Lucretia, I doubt it is a deceptive move. I bet the followers who get it done understand whatever it is that they will be doing. They
Yeah.
have to have,
sure.
if they are
Collecting
truly
them.
collecting that many souls, as I'm sure I do not need to explain, hold great power, greater than that of delirium
Mhm.
itself. If they are
Mhm.
collecting many souls, they might have a plan, and I do not like the sound of that.
And I kind of look over to Peter. You think about you still want to do that initiation thing?
Well,
Pilgrimage.
Yeah.
I mean,
She looks at him.
You are interested in the
Well,
pilgrimage.
yes. Pilgrimage. Sorry, what did
Watching
you say?
it,
He
not
said
doing
you-
it.
He said you were interested in the pilgrimage, and then she said watching it, not doing it. He says,
Oh, yeah.
very well. That would be
Well,
wonderful. You would be greatly rewarded if you could witness what you do on that and report back. We are quite curious to the process as to how they put it in their chest. We obviously cannot experiment in regards to that, but if we did, I
No.
would bet it does not go well.
That part
I
isn't a part that we can witness, just to be clear.
Well, witness what you
Yeah.
can, and after that, we will.
because essentially,
Go with it.
Like, well, maybe you know this already, but she told us that you basically have to go out and find a crystal of delirium that's in the shape of your soul, and that you'd know it when you found it.
Vague and
I don't know if soul-
metaphorical, just like everything else they say.
Yes. So I was thinking about it, but partially because, I mean, I don't know. Some things it's very convincing, and I
Well,
understand
far
that's
be it
kind of the
from
whole point.
me to intervene there in the matters of faith. If you do, though, I would be more than happy to analyze whatever occurs.
I was thinking about it. I might.
And if you ever
I
regret,
do, I'll let you
I
know.
might be able to get you out of that mess. No, I make no promises.
Well, of course. I mean, you have your own things going on as well. So
Well, more importantly,
prefer he not do it
if
in the
you had
first
a-
place.
I understand. I'm just saying. Yeah, I understand from two
Very well.
fronts.
My
that it,
apologies. Well,
yes.
do you have any questions for me, any of you, including you, Arceus, if there's something you were not clear on? Peter?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just full of questions today.
That's all right.
So
Questions
we
are better
also
than ignorance.
met. Osiris didn't know who this was when I mentioned it to him, but there was this when we were down there with the fish. There was mage from the Amethyst Academy that was also transformed into one of them, but he still was quite. I think he had his staff on him as well. His name was Kenoth Valas. Does that ring a bell to you?
Yes, Kenneth Valas was actually one of the, how to say, one of the house mages for Constance Kleinkessel, related to the Von Kessels, but not close enough to stake her claim. That said, he did go missing in the city during, I believe it was the first attempt to reclaim the city that she sponsored. It we don't really know what happened on that mission, but we do know that it did not go well. That man was always
I
a bit of a
bet.
crazy, which means it is no surprise he made a deal with the Duchess, I suppose. And you see he kind of glances towards Magnus, but only briefly. And he says, well, I suppose it is good to know where he is, but if he is truly a monster, then he is no use to the Academy, unless you can bring him in alive for study, but
Fair enough. I was just curious because
I appreciate you
just in
letting us
case you
know.
were
I will report it.
ever wondering what happened to him.
Well, to be honest, he had been marked off a long time ago. But now that we do
I'm
know,
sure.
if we can get a hold of him, and of course
I
recovering his
mean-
rings would be nice.
There was kind of
Um,
unfortunately a lot of bodies down there
I suspect
Yes.
as much.
from
With
everywhere.
Academy things, which rings included, of course.
Yes,
So-
well, the good news is that Academy rings are only useful to the one they were attuned to by the Academy. For instance, Arceus's rings and my own are not able to be used by anyone but ourselves. If you were to take all 9 of my rings, they would do nothing for you. That said,
Also,
we do like to recover them to save face for the Academy. It is not a good look to have dead mages everywhere. So if you do find
Of
them
course.
and you could return them to me, it would be greatly appreciated.
on another note, ratlings. Things.
Yes, River informed me a bit about the rattling situation.
They're
Well, as far as I am
numerous now.
concerned, as long as they listen to you temporarily, obviously do not turn your back to
Well-
them, nor trust them with anything of dire importance. But I definitely agree with the
We
use of the
don't-
resources.
We are kind of feeding the fish, supposedly, parts of the rat population so they don't overpopulate.
Constance just like,
This is
Hey.
good.
Yes, she's
Um,
kind of
I just wanted
heavy-handed.
to know
I
your
am a bit
opinion on it,
worried
if we
about a
should
psychic
just-
individual with access to a
That's
zealous
what my
and
worry is. And I'm wondering if we should just wipe out the nest.
well, that is an option,
That's-
but
that's kind of just hard to do. That's why we didn't do it in the
but
first
also
place,
your
Magnus.
patron would know that you did it.
I already told her,
Yes.
I might kill them. We might try to get them.
You would be
off no
going
matter
against what she wanted, though. She gave you that suggestion, and if you went against that
Did.
suggestion, it'd probably make her angry. Or, I guess, maybe disappointed in you.
I try to avoid using complex
Hopefully
human
disappointed.
emotions for creatures from beyond fabric, especially if they are delirium monsters. That said, I never answered your question. When it comes to the possibility of it being a delirium monster, it is on the table. We have no reports of. Well, we hadn't had any reports of any intelligent delirium monsters, other than the Garmir, who seem to have some sort of tactical idea. But with your reports of the Rattlings and
They also
now-
like to worship things too. Religion. They have a religion.
Yes, I was told in my report, which makes it
Oh,
another
sorry.
dangerous thing to be talking to an eldritch being that can speak in their mind. But that said, if it is possible, I guess, that she could be delirium made, I would suspect more that she is from the space between worlds. That's where we normally get the weird creatures with weird desires and strange habits. But it is possible she is purely delirium. But I would just suspect that she is from the space between worlds who is drawn by the delirium.
Okay.
Delirium
Also-
is powerful arcane energy. Many creatures from across many worlds and multiverses desire it.
Oh, good. Great. That totally sets my mind at ease. But, onto more other things. Do I need to become an academy person? Like, what
You
happens to me?
are of an age and of a disposition that it is not a requirement. But if you did wish to join the academy, I would not be opposed to it. You would get your rings and your robe, but it is a bit of an initiation process. Though we might be able to expedite it, temporarily, if it was required. That said, if you have any kin we will have to be taking them in, regardless of whether you join or not. Any children, I should say,
Well,
not kin. So if
no
you do
children
make a
that I
child,
know of.
please let us know, because they will be born with magic. That is a guaranteed way to make a mage born, is for a warlock to have a child.
All right.
But as of you yourself, you are of an age and disposition that it is not a requirement. It is mostly a safeguard that we bring them into the academy so that their magic does not run rampant and ruin a city and our reputation. But
I'm willing to then join if it makes your guys' life easier.
I will look into the arrangements. But do understand, if you do join the academy, you will be under our rules and under our jurisdiction. You must listen to the words of the directorate. Though I will say there is a large amount of freedom. For instance, this project that I am here, this is my project alone that I presented and am fully running. River was here on my behalf, not the behalf of the directorate. So do understand there is a lot of freedom, but ultimately you would have to follow our rules and regulations and the jurisdiction of
There
the peers.
would also be things that if you tried to do, I might even have to stop you, just to be clear.
Fair. I was just
Like
putting
what?
it on the table.
We follow
Edicts
the
of
edicts.
Lumen.
We follow the edicts of Lumen
Of course.
entirely.
I mean him.
In
Well,
fact,
but he's new to it. If he
That-
goes to do something,
understandable. And in fact, Constance, that is partially on you to enforce. If he does break the edicts of Lumen, it is on you to enforce it and inform the Civil Order or
that's
us.
my point.
That is
Maybe
just
we-
a
maybe
general
we
thing now.
waive-
He is a spellcaster. This is now a requirement. He is now technically a type of mageborn, even though it is a strange circumstance with a strange entity. But he is a
Mage
mageborn now,
Reborn.
I suppose.
Well, maybe we can figure that out. No.
I will
So,
work out the
then
details with my superiors.
I'll
And
try
mostly
to
my
talk
peers.
to the fish about getting the
See, that is another concern of mine. I do not know if I enjoy the idea of someone who has willingly opened their entirety of their mind to an ancient, eldritch, strange being in our ranks to learn our secrets.
Yeah, that's another thing. I don't think I should join now, at least.
We'll figure it out. At
But
the very least,
I
you
do
might
wanna
get
talk
a
to the
limited
fish
membership.
about a I guess a trade for
You're
the
subscribed for a year.
a trade for the talisman to control the defenses. Or what is it called again?
The Chancellor's
DM?
Crest?
The seal.
Yeah, the Chancellor's
Okay.
Crest.
Yeah,
The
you're
crest.
good. You're good.
the seal.
It is a necklace. It hangs on a necklace. But all right, yes. If you can, that would be great. We have a lot to our disposal, but understand, like I said, we are not very interested in the crest. It is, of course, a powerful artifact, but
Yeah.
the Hooded Lanterns would likely be willing to do a lot for it, and
I
so
was
would
about
the
to
other
say, in
factions.
that
I suspect.
scenario, would we be
I
giving
was-
it to you, or would we?
I was gonna say
we are not allowed to
you-
legally own them in any way, shape, or form.
Magnus, you came to Drakenheim to, return artifacts and relics to their
Mhm.
rightful places.
plan.
That would mean probably giving it to the Hooded
The
Lanterns.
council.
Legally
Yeah.
speaking, the Hooded Lanterns do have the strongest claim on it. The Lord Commander cannot wield it, but he can protect it.
Right. Exactly.
It is actually expressly forbidden that any wielder of a crest
If-
wield another crest.
If that was your goal coming to Drakenheim, I would like to assume that's what you would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what my plan was. I just didn't know if I should turn it over to the academy.
Yes, we are.
Or
You see, part of the Edicts of Lumen
we are.
forbid Mageborn from holding any sort of status or power of state. And this, while a gray area,
Oh.
would kind of be us holding the power of the Chancellor, which, as I'm sure you could understand, would stir quite the hubbub even if it is a gray area. So, for that reason, I am putting an effective ban on any of our members holding any of the seals, except for, of course, the Archmage's staff, which is a seal of Drakenheim, but is also, first and foremost, the property of the Amethyst Academy.
Yeah, that
Mm.
one's different.
But yes, the rest of them
Also-
off limits. We will not be touching them.
then for the destinations in mind, we heading to the Queen's to get the lilies.
I mean, the quicker
then?
you secure them, the quicker we might be able to grow a stable population of them, and the quicker these,
I
and he
mean-
points to the box, might be more on the shelf. This is
We
all we
have-
can make. This is our entire supply.
We have
look-
Arcus now.
With my alchemical nature. Did I assist any of the research of
In-
this
In
agua?
fact, we talked about it a couple weeks ago, so it's hard to remember.
Mhm.
But in fact, also my computer is at its limits. I need to figure out how to clear up some memory. But we talked about Arceus. You actually have started the game knowing the recipe for Aqua Experico. You can craft it.
Okay.
And yeah, so one of the main ingredients. The rest of it's not too hard, but one of the main ingredients is Eldritch Lilies.
Mhm.
But yeah, you do have access to that. I believe, I think I added it to the group document, but I'm not certain, so we
You
can
might have.
investigate that later. But yes, you have the recipe and you have everything that you need to know to be able to do it.
Okay.
A couple of things as well. Unless you were gonna say something, Arceus.
No. Sorry.
No,
I was
sorry.
trying not to sneeze, but trying to sneeze, and it went away.
So I don't think we fully went into. She has mentioned to us what she wants to do besides, get the crown. Oh, well, not get the crown, but get whatever's in the palace. So she wants to create a world with no strife, and
That is
create
foreboding.
create a palace of coral, which she refers to delirium
I
as
was gonna
coral.
get to that.
Not good, but also not much to go
Yeah.
on.
Yes.
I would say pretend to show interest, but do not engage with anything she has to do with any of her goals until we know more. And likely once we know
That's my
more, you
goal.
will be less
Right.
wanting to do it at all.
Yep.
All right. And then the other thing, which was
River
I'm
scoot
gonna,
slightly closer to Constance, by the way.
I'm going to what's it called? I want to say glaze, but that's not. I'm looking for the actual term, not glaze, not the fucking,
Talk up,
Praise.
embellish, praise.
praise. Yeah. I'm going to praise your student for something that she made for me. It was this runes for my gauntlet.
You see she kind of like gets a little awkward, and he goes, yes, I saw her report on the successful creation of the warding glyph on armor. Quite the paper, I might say. It is impressive. It's been functioning as well as it is expected.
Oh, I mean, I can say certainly that I have been able to rely on it consistently, and I have, and it has saved my life, and helped save my life with my companions as well.
He looks towards River and he says, noted. River, please feel free to finish up that report and send it before the council, as I believe that this would be a great product to begin selling once we can get it in full swing. You said you actually only used the purified delirium dust, and then you used... right, okay, sorry, we will table this for another time. But, as it were, I believe that our business is concluded, unless anyone has anything else to say.
Well, while we have the map here, I want to at least discuss.
Come
Come
closer to
closer.
the mic.
Come closer. You'll learn one of these days.
Yeah, we have the map here. So, what was your name again, giant blue old man?
Arceus is quite young.
Arceus.
He is not very old.
Old man.
His hair is just white.
I'm under
Arceus?
30.
Wait, you're under 30?
Oh.
Just under
Indeed, it
30.
appears
You
Magnus, you
are?
are still the old man of your group. Yes, Arceus is quite young despite his chiseled looks.
Your bones are still breaking.
Magnus, you're still the oldest in the group.
You know, I'm already
hear your joints.
exhausted from getting
River
this.
Snickers
Exhausted
as
because
well.
you're old?
Oh, also, do you happen to have anything that gets rid of exhaustion?
That is not a thing that we can do. That is the
Sleep.
body's
Yeah.
job, Magnus.
Sleep.
There are tale of
thought maybe.
powerful potions that can basically do the equivalent of an entire long rest in one drink, but they are extraordinarily rare and extraordinarily
Yeah,
expensive
I just
besides.
wanted to see if you might have had anything for that, just in case. Well,
Sleep.
and then
Have
in
a good bed.
3 days, in 3 days' time, I'm thinking if we can go
Yes.
to the map.
Well,
Map.
to answer your question, the name is Arceus.
Oh yes, Arceus.
Quite the
He was
name.
in the prophecy. I went over it. I said it like twice.
And then you didn't hear anything I said the other day, so
You
Now we're
dumped
even.
it in my head. Well,
It is
fish
true
people
that
were here.
people unused to mental communication do have some trouble picking up all of the words that are said. It's kind of like
Well,
it's
but
kind of
we've
like
been
dumping a
doing
bucket of
we-
water on your brain. Not much soaks
Thank
in.
you.
To be fair, we've been doing it for at least 4 hours a day, every day for the past 3
Right,
weeks.
that's
but
that's different. That was a Slack
Sure.
communication. He information dumped while there was
Well-
we had just fought something. Things were going on. I was exhausted.
Well, yes.
I
And
must
then on
admit, I
top of
accidentally
that,
stunned an apprentice
fish?
one time by speaking too much mentally
fish
at once.
people.
oh my god!
I
It
mean,
was
come on
okay.
now.
But it did
There's
hurt
a
a
lot.
little bit and it stunned him, but it
But-
was all right.
I bet it did.
I think we go through the sprawl.
You
for-
think you want to go to Queen's Park like
Through
next?
the next time we go out, yeah.
Well,
I-
we'll
I
gotta talk
believe, if,
about it.
unless I am mistaken, Shepherd's Gate is open to you all passing, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then the sprawl is probably your best move. That said,
Especially since
you could
cleaners
try to go
have
through
been
College
through.
Gate if you really wanted, but I've heard bad things about that gate.
I think it's safest to go to Shepherd's. That feels
Yeah.
better.
Well,
Indeed.
another
Especially
thing
considering
is the
we need the
cleansers.
safest route before we go into deep haze for realistically
yeah.
the first time. So
And also, there's another stop we might have to make as well, but we can talk about that later. We can figure that out when we're
There is?
Okay.
planning our routes. Yes, for me. For me
Well,
this time.
either way,
I get to
Where?
do something.
you know what? Never
either
mind.
way,
Yeah, table of
I
later.
think
Oh,
we
we'll talk about it, don't
cross
worry
the
about it.
river, and at the sprawl because they're burning that place. There's not going to be much.
Kind
monsters
of,
there.
you
It's
see
just-
Temple Road, which is the main road that goes through Temple Gate and down out towards the main, like towards Camp Dawn. That road right there, they are kind of burning their way. Here, actually, you know what? I will move you guys to this map to make it easier, especially for our viewers.
That'll make it a little easier for everybody.
And me, I don't know this map
And
well
yeah,
yet.
and that's
Yeah,
right.
this is your first
Yep.
time seeing it. Technically.
I have a map
Um,
open from the.
so-
from
It's
our
okay. I still don't know where
handout.
things are, and I've seen it
This
17
this
times
road here,
now,
Temple
so-
Temple Road,
Yeah.
this one right here that runs through
Okay.
the gate. Up this area here is kind of where they've been burning their way through, basically removing areas monsters can hide towards the gate.
Yeah, but they've also gone into the rat nest area, right?
Allegedly, they've done a little bit of burning around here. You're likely guessing that is in conjunction with the Hooded
The
Lanterns.
shepherd.
to-
Yeah.
Probably clearing out the area around Shepherd's Gate more in order to better protect their patrols and stuff.
I am worried about.
Do they also control the Temple Gate? Is that
So Temple Gate, so for Arceus,
Garmy,
you would
right?
have been briefed on this, of course, but you know, new player.
Yeah.
But long story short, the Garmir control that, which are basically gnolls. So the
Yeah, but gnolls
Garmir
in
have
this campaign
entire
is about-
control over pretty much. Let me just pretty much this.
okay?
They are a
that's
major
why-
problem for the Hooded Lanterns and the Silver Order, especially.
Additionally, that's why I think we should head to Camp Dawn from Emberwood and not cross through the haze as well.
I
You guys
wouldn't
hate
mind
sticks.
heading
You
to
can just
Camp
say that you hate
Dawn.
sticks.
I do have to,
I'm all right with that.
I guess, talk. Unfortunately,
Yes,
As much as I
I'm
don't
very
want
curious
to.
what the answer is to the new
Well, we
information
don't
that we can
want to
provide
do
them.
that.
oh, it won't. Oh, I can tell you right now, it's not going to be received very well.
I bet not.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
we could
We must.
avoid it and go through the city.
So Campbell of
No,
Dawn
no,
is
no, no,
Silver
no.
Order, correct?
Yes, Silver Order is
Okay.
Camp Dawn. That is
Okay.
so Silver Order is the military branch of the Sacred Flame as well as Illyria themselves, which is the country. And they are here and they've made a large military style encampment
And so I'm
outside of the
thinking
haze. So that's why on the map there
Camp
says to Camp
Dawn.
Dawn. Anything on this
Mhm.
map is in the haze.
Just like
basically
to
Camp
Emberwood Village down here.
Dawn,
Yeah.
we kind of go to this way and kind of go into
Yeah.
the area that they're burning or they just finished burning. Cut through. I am, Magus will say, I am kind of worried because he's kind of doing this on the map.
Mhm.
Do you know much about the garrison? Is that? Oh, I guess it's not on.
The Draconine
Uh,
Garrison is owned by the Hooded Lanterns. That is their base of operations.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Shepherd's
the
Gate they
that's like their
control
barracks,
and they
right?
hold, but
oh
their
yeah,
actual
I think
like
they mentioned that.
yeah. So Elias Drexel is normally at the garrison. You're guessing he
Yeah.
probably was out of the haze, Peter, because it was rest time, even for the commander.
Yeah.
And then
This
we
is
go- we cut through the
Oh, there it is.
garrison.
Sorry, I was looking for the
Good.
Queen's Park Garden. And I
Yep.
thought it was
And
going to
then
be a little
and
thing,
we
but I
need
see
to
it there
go.
now.
We cut through the garrison. I don't know how dangerous it'll be at the garrison, but
I mean, it's
It's
Drakenheim.
owned,
Anywhere
it's
is
owned by
dangerous,
the Hooded
really.
Lanterns. The
It's
garrison is owned by
safe.
the
yeah.
Hooded
That's-
Well,
Lanterns.
I meant more like
Around,
surrounding
okay.
it.
Oh,
In
Is
the
there
area
a
around,
problem
for
going
UPS,
through the
probably safe.
college gate?
So, it is well known that so let me just give you a rundown of the gates real quick, and this will be a good refresher for
Yeah.
everyone else. So,
Mhm.
College Gate up here, it is unknown what is wrong, but people that try to cross through it generally don't come back. From a distance, there's this weird, almost like shattered glass like appearance of the air itself leading up to the gate. No one really knows what it is. No one really wants to risk their neck to find out. But you guys could. Shepherd's Gate, controlled by the Hooded Lanterns. They claimed it
Mhm.
from monsters a couple years ago at this point. I think it's not that many. And then they also took the garrison, so that's under their control. And then Temple Gate, controlled by the Garmir currently. They have a
Garmir.
military-like presence, which is uncharacteristic. The Garmir act very animalistic and violent, but for some reason, they have an almost military-like hold on Temple Gate. And they also hold St. Vitruvio's Cathedral. That is where the Lord of the Hunt resides, who is believed to be the leader of them. Champion's Gate is mostly destroyed and is currently under the control of the Falling Fire. It is in an area of deep haze, and therefore most people don't even want to bother going that way, but the Falling Fire also has a little bit of a military presence. They don't typically try to attack people or anything, though. So it's mostly safe to go through, but it's also right next to the crater. So you can be willing to bet it is one of the most dangerous places in the city. And then over here, top right, King's Gate. It is held by trolls. Allegedly, the trolls can be reasoned with, but not very well.
Give me all you have and we'll let you through.
It's said that the cost to go through King's Gate costs you an arm and a leg, but literally.
Yeah.
You have to bring offerings of food or yourself.
Well, honestly, Arceus, when you were getting briefed, you heard that there was an adventurer that tried to bring a cow, and their response was, "You are what you eat. Do you think we're animals?" And then they killed and ate the guy.
Nice.
So
Huh.
the trolls
Okay.
are civilized in a very strange way.
I see.
Civilized, and they want to eat people, not
Yeah.
cows.
Yeah, we're civilized people, so we eat people from civilizations.
But this is the route.
That sounds like a troll's line of
proposing.
thinking, honestly.
Browsing for right now, we go through Dawn. We go from we never enter the haze, head to Camp Dawn. How long is the time to Camp Dawn?
From Emberwood Village, 2, 3, 4.
That was like
Probably.
2 hours or more. What?
I believe that was going over Styx's ferry. Unless, to be honest, I may have undershot it for you guys previously. But if you guys hurried, that'd be. Let me do some actual math real quick. 2, 3. It's probably about 4 hours to Camp Dawn itself, and then an hour to appear on this side of the map, like where it says 2.
Okay.
And so then from here it would be more. Though you guys
But-
could always head out late in the night, rest there, and then leave that
Yeah.
morning or whatever.
Yeah,
That's kind of my plan. I want to plan out so I lose my last exhaustion like at Camp Dawn.
Eldrick pauses and
Not
he
bad.
says, "Are we done with the map? May I go now?"
Yeah,
yes.
sorry.
Sorry.
And you see
To
it
hold you up.
drops.
How do you do that, by
That
the
is-
way? Can you
It
teach
is
me
many
that by
illusion
chance?
spells. No, I cannot teach you that.
Ah,
Your patron might, though. Look, I must say, I am actually mediocre at illusions, but when you get 9 rings, even your most mediocre school is still quite powerful.
I bet.
fair.
Well, it was nice meeting with you all. I will hopefully discuss with you again shortly. As far as communication
Guys.
goes, stick to the same means. River will be where River has always been, and she will be your primary method of communication with me. Now, if I am needed, I will arrive.
All
All
right.
right.
Very
Nice
well.
to meet you.
It was good to
Thank
meet you
for
as well.
taking the trek out here.
And of course, and you see, this is my project. So now that I know we have a good foothold and a good chance, I am here and eager. Now, I will be heading
Do
out.
I think Eldrick is heading back to the Amethyst Academy probably from
He
now?
might. It is also well known they were setting up a bit of a location at the place where they set up that teleportation circle. He might be going there to
Hmm.
help set up the area. And as he
Okay.
leaves, you guys get to see a thing that only Arceus had seen so far. As you hear a loud chunk, 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 and as he leaves, he raises his hand, and you see this 12-foot tall, armored golem looking thing, which Arceus would know as his shield golem. And he says, "Come along now. We have a journey to go." And it chunk, chunk, walks after him.
That is one of the coolest things I have ever seen.
River goes, "I know, right? They're really
Yes.
expensive."
I bet. Damn, I would love to have one of those. Oh, it's
They're
so
pretty typical when you
cool.
get that high up in the academy, as mages are not very good if they get something up in their face. So they have something like that
Yes.
to keep
Oh,
whatever's trying to get at their face away.
Not only that,
Wait,
but the
wait.
binding from the amulet also absorbs some of the damage that your body takes. It's quite incredible.
have any of them ever piloted one from the inside?
I don't think so. Well,
That
no,
would
there was one
be-
guy that did that, but it wasn't quite what you're seeing. I believe we call
Really?
those artificers.
Oh, okay. I know nothing about the magic world. You know that, so interesting.
Yes, I am aware.
Oh, and speaking of which, look, if you ever want me to test anything else out, glyph-wise, let me know. All right?
Yeah,
Just
we'll
saying.
do. I still have to publish my thesis on this one and stuff, though, so it might be a while. That said, the Academy's
Yes.
always coming up with new creative means of, especially using delirium, so.
Hmm.
It has opened a
Indeed.
whole new chapter in our magic making world. It is quite incredible, really.
Mm-hmm. Certainly is nice.
I should probably head
Interesting.
out and have discussions with Eldrick. I'm certain he's probably waiting on me to arrive.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Go
Don't
ahead.
let us keep it.
And you see she stops for a moment, she looks back to Constance and gives her a smile, and then she leaves.
Constance stares at her the entire time until she walks out.
Just creepily, though. Just like
No.
So, Peter's gonna stand up from his chair and turn to, and he was sitting next to Arceus, but he's gonna stand up and turn to him and put out his hand. Put it there. It's nice to meet you, Arceus. My name's Peter Plainson.
And he'll reach out and grab his hand.
Shocking grasp.
Arceus Storm Soul. Yeah, honestly, that flickered across my mind. But,
I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought of that. Though.
Arceus Storm Soul. Pleasure to meet you. I've read about all of you quite a bit in reports to prep for this. So, but I'm sure you guys have questions for me. So ask away.
What spells can you
Well.
do?
How big that dick?
Oh my gosh.
How good are you on your feet? Can you keep up? Making sure.
I can keep up very easily.
I mean, look at how
Good.
tall he is, Magnus.
I mean,
Well,
this stride
One of
has
my
been
never
steps
know.
are probably 3 of yours.
I was
I
gonna say,
didn't-
I'm convinced that he might just like walk further faster than we do.
Well, that'd be great. All right. I was just hoping it
Mhm.
wasn't going to be like a grog situation, you know?
Oh,
Garg.
Too big to
yeah,
fit.
well-
Garg.
Yes, Gog. Get his name right. He's a wonderful fellow.
Put some respect on that name.
Yes, he's a lamb. He is a lamb.
Well,
And go ahead.
sorry, I was just saying that it's. I mean, I know your name and like you've been foretold in my prophecy and all that, but I am Constance. No last name. I was taken in, by the little church in my town, so I didn't really get the last name of my family, so just Constance. And she'll like
Well-
reach out her hand across the table.
And he'll take it and he goes, "Well, we're similar in that aspect, as my parents gave me up when I was young, as mage born, given to the Amherst Academy.
Right,
Mm.
right.
So
I don't
I'd say
know
sorry
my
about that, but
parents.
gotta keep him in
Storm
check.
Soul was kind of my own surname that I came up with when I found my knack for
That's
lightning
badass.
magic.
That's fair. I mean, I guess I never really considered giving myself my own last name, but I just
Oh yeah.
Constance
be-
Bright
you might be a
Soul.
That's what I
genius.
did. That's what I did. I give myself my own last name.
Well, Typically in the
enough.
academy, people have
So cool.
forenames and surnames, so it was only
Yeah.
due
In fact,
for me
evidence is quite there with Eldrick Runeweaver. You can guess Runeweaver was not a family name.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Not having
But-
parents. High five. No, just kidding.
Peter over
Just
here
a-
like, I got my
I
dad's
say, I
name.
have a wonderful father. Thank you very. I will
What about your
gladly
mother?
Whoa.
be
What happened to your mother?
parentful.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa, just to be clear, Magnus, I mean, I do. I love my parents. I know them. Just
Oh,
like
you do? I don't know mine.
Are we just gonna
I-
gloss over Magnus asking what happened to Peter's mother?
Yeah.
Yes, about that. Okay, that is none of your business. What happened with that? All right, and I prefer to not talk about it.
how mad are you? You're not
Okay.
mad, right? Like we're not gonna have gauntlet time again. She looks over at him almost pleadingly.
Gauntlet
yes.
time. What is this gauntlet
it-
time?
Oh, the
It's a
time.
We had a
It's a way
conflict
for us
one
to
time,
resolve-
and Peter had this grand idea that he would take the gauntlet off and pass it around to who would be able to speak at the time. It was like the speaking gauntlet. So, like, if I had the gauntlet, it was my turn to speak, and then you pass it to Magnus, and it was Magnus. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
It's a child.
It didn't
game.
work the way he wanted it to.
Yeah, it's a child.
Actually,
game.
it
We're
worked
adults.
swimmingly. It worked better. It was a little rocky start, but the
It almost
important
didn't
thing
really
is,
work.
Arceus, the important thing is that it helped us get through a difficult situation and disagreement that we had, which
It's
was
more
the
like me
whole
and
point.
Constance
So it
figuring
was
out
a
our
success.
difficult Situation.
It was a success.
I'm just gonna ignore that.
Well,
Magnus is laughing.
sounds
Yeah.
an interesting way. I mean, you're all adults. Sure, you
Mhm.
could talk like adults and
Well,
resolve
that's what I was
conflict like
saying.
adults.
As Constance was like the meanest.
Yeah, but yes, that's rich
True.
coming from you, by the way. Which you couldn't stop shouting
What are you
over
talking
each other,
about?
which is why I had to do it in the first place.
No,
So actually,
no, that was
I
Magnus.
was the most adult person at the time.
Bullshit.
Right. Okay.
Bullshit.
I know that we look like really and then she looks between like Peter and
They're
Magnus.
family.
Like a lot, but I promise we can definitely hold our own in Drakenheim, as I'm sure you've read.
Also,
So
Very
we're
much.
Well, yeah.
family.
I've
we
read the
do
report.
have your back.
Good turnouts you've had.
Yep.
Magnus, to answer your question about spells,
Yeah.
I am more of a striker magician.
Oh, so you don't.
I-
You got big AoE.
I-
So I'm not. I'm kind of confused on what striker means.
I think
It
he's
means-
doing
Punching?
It means I'm, well, yes, like a lightning bolt. I strike. I'm offensively.
inclined.
Shit, what's the fucking word
That's
for
the
it?
word you're
Yeah,
looking for.
offensively inclined. I'm offensively inclined, though I do have support spells as well.
Hmm.
I got plenty of those,
Alright.
so there is that.
Yes,
If you
I
go
also
down,
have
you
a
should be
question.
getting right back up while I'm here.
true. And also,
It's
I've
good.
heard I'm very inspiring in the field. So if you happen to go down, I might be able to give you some words to help you get back up.
Right.
I'm
Peter
tired
pep
of this,
talk.
Grandpa. That's too damn bad. You keep digging.
Well, I'm sure we can talk more. We'll have plenty of time, depending on
We
where
will.
and where we go.
Speaking of that one's he's okay. He got contaminated, and so he's got like a lot
I
of
am
sleep that he needs to
exhausted.
catch up on. So we'll probably be here for a few
yes.
days.
But
So
I
you'll
wanna
have plenty
head
of
out on
time
day
to
2.
either look around Emberwood, or I mean, I suppose we could show you around. I mean, there's no harm in it. There's a
Oh,
lot here,
Yes.
You also know
Yeah.
someone who does
places
tours.
to shop, and we know a little
A certain someone
creepy
that could
girl
tell
who
you-
has a lot of scary stories.
She's
she's
not
bright, though.
creepy.
Oh, she's
She's-
creepy. Peter does. She's
No,
creepy.
she's not.
Oh,
She's
speaking
not.
She's got
of-
creepy
I've
stories.
Look, I've spent plenty of time over at Tobias. She is a deer. She's a deer and has a very interesting
A
mind.
deer is what I was described as when I was a child, just to be clear. So if
Yeah,
you
that,
put
that
those in
if
the
she's
same
a
category,
deer, then
that's
that's
crazy.
double.
Same thing.
She looks.
Same
He'll
thing.
point to Constance. She looks like she likes everyone. If she says somebody is weird, gonna take her at her word for that.
You would
she,
think
she
that
does
on
not like
first
everyone.
glance.
She
Yeah.
does not. She
You
is
would
very
think that.
open
You
with
ever
me.
heard
She
the
does
name
not
Lucretia?
I don't like
Yes.
Lucretia. That's it. I mean, who else do I not
No,
like?
there's
Come
more
on.
than that. There's
No.
more than that.
Name
don't
That's
one.
fair. She
Well,
does openly
Oscar.
oppose your
You don't like.
orders.
You don't.
Oscar.
You don't like
values.
Oscar either.
I never
Yeah.
said it. Well, yes, but
So
what
it's a
was
party
his name?
agreement.
Bartholomew? No, it was the
Okay,
man we
because
saved.
he's a
Yeah,
follower of
Bartholomew.
Lucretia.
Yes.
Be so for real right
well,
now.
And
I
you
need
don't
you to
like
be so honest with yourself.
Speaking
That
of
you're,
Blackjack
he's a follower
Mel,
of.
but
I
you
think
don't
we
like
need to go
Blackjack
talk
Mel.
to
How about
him
that
as
one?
well.
I don't know him enough to say I don't like him. To be honest,
Well, then we can
That
go talk
is-
to him now. We got some.
he's
we
a little
got-
silly, like in the way
we
he
have to
talks
talk to him.
Hey,
and
we
stuff.
met his dad.
I also kind of get the vibe that he's a little bit of a coward. Doesn't mean I don't like him.
You think it's
Maybe.
You think it's like a genetics thing from his dad? That's good.
I don't know. You know what I do know, Magnus? Though you need sleep.
I
was his
know,
uncle,
but we
by the
also
way.
got to deal with
Yes.
Blackjack
Yeah.
Mel.
You
because
look
We
awful.
got done with the Black Ivory End as well, and that was kind of a job.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
that's quite
You
And
wait,
He
you
said
don't
he was
think-
gonna pay us, so
Fair. You don't think Fate came back by now, right? Like she went off to her own thing.
she went to Buckle Down.
Right.
It's only
Okay.
been one
yeah.
night.
So where's
Maybe
probably there's a
True,
good
but I
chance
mean,
for it to
you see how
spread.
small she was? She might be quick.
Maybe.
Well,
So
either way,
I'll ask the next question if I may. So
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
takes a special kind of person to willingly come to this place. What all brought you to Drakkenheim?
Well, we kind of for me.
I feel like mine was recited at the table.
Well, yes,
Like
probably.
10 minutes ago.
That makes sense.
Mine was restoring lost artifacts to where they belong. So I hope to get the seals of the state and return them to the highest authority, aka the hooded lanterns.
Also, any other
And-
artifacts and relics he finds within
Mhm.
Drakkenheim.
Like mine.
Like, for example, the civil orders. I've been trying to return them to the rightful order. They're artifacts from the Saint.
Constance will actually tap the scepter on the ground
Yeah,
just for
she ended
effect
up
of like
getting
this
it.
is one of them.
Yes, that
So-
is a
So
beautifully
far, I
crafted
have a pretty
scepter.
good track record for it. Of course, we've only found one major artifact, but that's still a major artifact.
Well, two. I mean,
Most people would never see a major artifact in their life.
The second one,
True.
The second one, I'm
Well,
gonna work
unwield it.
on with the fish. Hopefully,
Also very true.
we don't have to give up anything too crazy for that.
Right.
For that.
Anyways, it's Peter's turn.
We could hope you get one like
well-
like you said, a porcelain fishbowl. That would be very handy.
Indeed.
the
What I'm
Duchess
doing
in a
here, it's-
bowl. I'm sick.
No, the Duchess is just a tiny
This is
little,
my-
It's like
This is
Klaus
my,
from American
um,
Dad.
This
yeah.
is like
Yeah.
my interdimensional pact, that I made a pact with, and this is where I get all my power from. It's just Nemo.
That's a
and I just-
goldfish.
Bowl.
That's the
That goldfish is
Duchess
purple. That is just a purple.
Blast. That's the Duchess, mind you. Eldritch Blast.
And yes, Peter.
The reason I'm here, it's changed a little bit. Well, the heart of it hasn't changed, but
What
how?
do you mean? Constance
well-
definitely gives him a look after everything that just happened with Lucretia.
Well, so I came here. My father is working with the Hooded Lanterns. He has a high position that he's earned. He was, I'm from Drakkenheim, inside the actual city. I was born here and lived here, and we happened to be on a little vacation when the whole meteor fell. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness he's on vacation, not that it failed.
Yeah, true. He needed it. His 3-year-old self really needed that break.
Yes. So we were out in the country. Well, not countryside, but far off. I forget what the place is called now. It's like something with a W. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't
Westamar is
matter.
the country that you're in.
No, it was the place that we went to. I forget what the city was called,
I don't remember.
or not city, but like town. It was like a far off. It doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
So he came back once he heard that the Hooded Lanterns were a thing and were trying to rightfully restore Drakenheim to how it was before, and so he came to join, and I've come to help. So that's why I'm here.
So
Although
you fight for the Hooded Lanterns then?
well, I've technically I've tried to get have my ins with them, and I do. I have
I mean, you've got a
allies.
foot
We've
in the
been-
door, I would say, if not
I've
half your
got
body.
I can say actually I with some information that I will be sharing shortly here. It is related to my extra stop, which I think is actually directly on the way to what we were going to anyway. But anyway,
Convenient.
I've got a I'd say a leg. I'd say a full leg in the door now. And I can probably join if I ever needed to. But I don't want to because I'm here with my friends. So
That's the
for the
thing.
moment,
The problem with any of us joining any of these affiliations,
yeah,
it would definitely hinder and limit the things that we do within the city. We would not
Yeah.
be as free. We would be almost like on a leash, especially me with the Silver Order. If I joined the Silver Order as a soldier, there's a chance that we'd be doing a whole lot of things that we might not want to do or disagree with, and nothing would be as free. Hooded Lanterns, probably similar, especially because, I mean, they need them. Hooded Lanterns are running a
Mhm.
little thin on supplies and people and stuff like that. And
yes.
Well, Speaking of
So-
that, of course, my affiliation is with the Amethyst Academy.
Hmm.
However, like Eldrick said, there is quite some leeway with the ways you go about things and your own personal projects, as long as you follow the edicts.
What is
I
your
sure hope
personal
so.
project?
can you divulge yours?
Yeah.
Hmm. For now, no. Well, my reason for coming here, is that what you're asking?
Yeah,
Basically
specific
what
plans.
we were-
We just met. I understand.
Well,
You
especially
want to withhold
because
some-
it's not very often for mages to be going into Drakenheim. I mean,
Yes. So I do have a mission from the Amethyst Academy, and specifically Eldrick. It does involve recovering the Archmage's staff,
Hmm.
but
that makes
more
sense.
than that, I will not share at this point. There are some other things in the works, but
That's fair.
um,
That's fair.
I also came here for myself, really. Um,
Hmm.
I am not a book studier when it comes to magic. I learn out in the world in dangerous situations
Drakenheim's
Get to
full
as
of
much as
that.
I could.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm looking to grow my power here in
Hmm.
Drakenheim as well.
Well, we've certainly been doing that, so I'm sure it'll most certainly happen for you too.
Also, we can talk about this on the way, but you'll have to tell me your hair care routine because it
Oh my
is
goodness.
nice.
Peter, you don't even
I
have
mean-
the same hair type.
No, but I mean, I can. I'm
Yours is like
curious.
coily, and his is like
Yes, I know. I have luscious
fluffy.
curls, but that's why I'm
Well,
curious. It
very
looks so
fluffy.
nice, and I figure with all the electricity, the static, I feel like it might. Well, I mean, good
you
control
see
over
so
it, I'm
much about
sure.
that. We
But-
don't talk about my hair. I mean, I'm prophecy child hair. It's like
Well, yes, but you're I mean, but-
porcelain.
It's
I don't
perfect
know.
by proxy. That's
He's
the
also
point.
Goliath.
Exactly.
Magnus is
He's
gonna
also Goliath,
stand up
you
and,
know?
and then leave. It's just like, I'm gonna go
Oh, well, bye.
sleep. So
He's just mad because he's starting to bald in the back. That's all.
Yeah,
True.
you
And
wish.
with Magnus
This whole-
leaving,
That's why he wears that hat.
and with Magnus being
I'm kidding.
insulted on his
He does
way
have
out,
full hair. He does have a
we
long-
will
really nice
actually
hair.
we will go ahead and cut that conversation there, and we will go to break. So we will be back in 15-20 minutes, and we will see you all there. And we are back from our break. We have returned to continue this adventure, but now with this new intro, we shall do our new trailer. So we will be back again, but enjoy our new trailer with its new voice and a slight bit of changing to it.
"15 years ago, the sky wept fire. A celestial omen, a terrible catastrophe, a city reduced to ruin in a single night. Where once stood the jewel of a mighty kingdom of Westermar, now festers madness. Yet In that madness, there is power. Delirium, the strange crystal left behind, holds secrets and magic beyond reckoning. And where power lingers, so too do those who seek it. Knights and bandits, mages and zealots, the faithful, the desperate, and the damned, each with their own vision of what Drakenheim must become. But some truths are buried for a reason. Now fate calls upon new souls to step into the ruins, to seek treasure, order, recognition, or valor. But beware, Drakenheim is no mere ruin. It is a labyrinth, a battleground, and perhaps a tomb. Steel your mind, guard your soul, and pray the city does not claim you. For does salvation even exist? Or does only death remain within the dungeons of Drakenheim?
That was our lovely new trailer, voice acted once again by Dante. And we are fully back now and can begin our tale. So the party has gone their separate ways from the remodeled barn, with Constance going back to the temple. I believe Magnus was going back to try and spam sleep as much as he could.
Yep.
Peter, what are you up to?
He's probably gonna go visit Frida and just say hello. See how
Gotcha.
things are going.
And
Hey, Big
Arceus,
Mama.
you actually have a room at the Red Lion Hotel.
Oh,
Wait, I do?
No, Arceus
Not you,
Oh.
goof.
does.
Oh, I was about to say.
Or-
Oh, is he get paid? Does the Academy cover
The
it for
Academy
him?
covers it for him. That is part
yeah.
of the benefit of the Academy is they cover most costs for most things.
Arceus leaving one morning. River also leaving, but Constance also there. Oh, hey.
Hey, Arceus. I didn't know you had a room here. I don't.
Be a little quieter.
Yeah, Arceus is like, dude, I was trying
Magnus,
to
you
sleep.
see Magnus sprinting to go sign up to the.
Please let me in. Please let me in.
True.
Please let me in. All right. But Arceus, what is Arceus up to in the meantime?
He'll probably just explore the town a little bit, kind of get his bearings around here. He's never been to Emberwood Village, so
Fair.
he'd probably just kind of look around, see what's available.
Yep. As you're walking around, this little girl approaches you. She's a ginger-haired girl who runs up and she goes, "You look new here."
You would be very astute in your observation.
For 1 gold piece, I can show you around.
What does this tour ensue?
I'll show you each of the major places, introduce you to some of the locals.
5 silver and you've got a deal.
7. Or I'm walking away. That's your hesitation.
I'll give
so
you
she turns around and starts
6.
to walk.
I'll give you 6. And I'll cast 1 spell of minor importance for you.
I mean, look, man, you just led with minor importance. That's not going to do it for me. Price has gone up. It's either 1 gold piece or 7 silver pieces, and the highest spell you can cast.
Of the highest spells I can cast, you would not enjoy any of them going off in the middle of town.
We can leave.
Would you just like to see it, or
Yeah, I mean, like, don't hit me with it. Just okay. Here you can see it.
I
Just
have a
black.
feeling
Okay.
that he would gather that this is the little girl that Constance was talking about.
Oh yeah, he knows.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. 7 silver, and I'll cast the highest spell I know.
Sweet. If we see like a squirrel or something, can you shoot it at that? What is it? What can you cast?
Well, I've got multiple options, but we'll deal with that later.
Okay, sure. Yeah, okay. And she puts out her hand for the money.
And he'll ask her, "Do you have change?"
I do actually. You see, she pulls out like this almost little cash register thing that has copper, silver, gold, and you actually see 1 platinum coin.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
She'll hand her a gold piece.
And you see she and he pulls out 3 silver and hands it back. She goes, "Pleasure doing business with you," and puts like back on her backpack that had it in it. And then yeah, she'll
Alright.
show you around each of the locations. You can see them all named on here. Just to give you the
Can you
brief.
switch the map on roll 20?
Ooh, sorry. Yep, my bad.
Yeah, swap it up.
There
She
you
shows us
go.
around all of Drakenheim.
Yeah, this is the palace.
This is the crater.
And what was your
Don't breathe
name,
it in.
girl?
She says, "My name's Emma Crow. Blacksmith is my dad."
Emma Crow.
And in fact, the first thing she takes you by is Crow and Sons, which is the local blacksmith where Tobias Crow forged Peter's armor that he's using, made of the meteoric iron. There is the caravan court in the center, which is where all the merchants are. She shows you to Aldor the Immense. You see a 8-foot tall, very opulent, large man sitting on a wagon, surrounded by lots of bodyguards in black leather armor that are doing stuff. You see an Academy seal on the chest where he seems to keep things. Classic Academy, they sell magic and enchanted stuff to people, but this is a lockbox of some type where he stores a lot of magic items. She tells you he sells magic items to people, and you can also sell delirium to him. Tells you about Orson up north, who also he buys delirium from people. Armin over there on the left side, he's a regular like general store. He sells like shovels and ropes and whatever. And then Erin is here every once in a while. She sells food supplies and water and basic necessities. Then there's the chapel of St. Ardina. That's where Constance sleeps and normally is, and where Flamekeeper Hana tends to people. Villagers are treated for free. Anyone who goes into Drakenheim has to pay the full price for her spellcasting. Red Lion Hotel, which you saw up there near the northwest. The Watchtower, where the Hooded Lanterns hold a loose base of operations here. When it comes to resting and stuff, generally speaking, they just have some of the farmsteads and stuff out of the haze that they send people to. But this is their Emberwood base of operations. They really don't have good control of Emberwood, though. And on that note, Skull and Sword Tavern, just beneath it, that is where Queensmen normally hang out. They are
Which you
bandits
probably
and
see
brigands.
if there's like a little bit of like people coming and going from it, in like that little bit of time you'd
True.
see Peter like at the bar talking to
You see through the door
large
Peter
old
talking
lady
to the
in there.
barkeep, who is a
Big
6'4"
ogre.
half-orc woman. And Peter's like leaning
Ogre
on
of
the
a
counter
woman.
looking up.
Nice.
And then then the Gilded Lily is down here. They are a fine establishment that mainly goes with performances and plays and stuff. They don't serve any food. They only serve some alcohol. And then to the right, there is the Bark and Buzzard. That is the local regular person bar without the thieves and stuff. It's kind of the adventurer's place.
Yeah.
Which wards off most of the thieves. And then she points down the road over here to the south and says that's where Hendrick's farm is. That's where all the weirdos go hang out. That is where people that are going on the pilgrimage of the falling fire gather before being led to the city. And then there's the Eventide Manor over here, which is, she doesn't really cover much on. She says it's a big building. I think my dad might have owned it at one point, and that's all she says about it.
All right.
And at each of these locations, she tells you something about someone dying in a horrible way that she saw at that location. Each location reminds her of someone's brutal death.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
That was the speed run. It was long the first time. Oh, also northeast of Drakenheim, she points out there's a shrine to the old gods out there where old Zoya, a druid, is. She sells potions and stuff to people.
Okay.
And then she goes, all right, let's go towards Hendrick's farm. We don't have to go there, but I want the noise to scare the crap out of him.
All right. I suppose.
And yeah, she leads you out
And
there.
on the way walking there, he goes, now I've got two options for you. I can shoot off something big and scary, or I can make you fly.
Big and scary.
All right. And yeah, he'll walk out there. And he will cast kind of like a 45-degree angle up and
Mhm.
out. He'll cast lightning bolt as he coalesces this ball of energy and then just pushes it outwards, and it just in a big
You see, she
thunderous.
just like gawks, and she's like, "That is so cool! Can you hit people with that?"
Yes, but typically I'm going to use it on the monsters in Drakenheim.
Okay, sure,
And-
yeah, but like if you ever accidentally hit someone, please tell me.
I will. And since it
Peter
was
by
such a
accident.
good tour, and she'll then see kind of a static electricity surrounds Arceus as he just uses his innate sorcery. And then he looks up in the sky and points, and a ball of lightning comes off of his finger and floats up into the air, and then just explodes out as he changes the damage type of fireball to lightning. As it just
Love
Hell
it.
yeah.
and there's a big
She
ball
just
of lightning up in the
Gawks
sky.
again, and she's like, "That is so cool! You've got to teach me that someday."
Well, if you come to the Amnesty Academy, many people can teach you that.
How do I do that?
Well, you've got to have magic in your blood, or you've got to be able to study very well.
Actually, just for your own clarification, in the world of Drakenheim, even wizards are actually mage-born. It's the difference between sorcerers and wizards in this world is that wizards unlock their potential by studying and practicing, and sorcerers are kind of boiling over with potential that they have to learn to control rather than learn to draw out.
Gotcha.
But warlocks are the exception. They get their magic from other sources. But she goes,
Okay.
"Wow. I don't think I have either of those."
Yes, that is unfortunate.
There's got to be
But-
another way, though, right?
There are other ways. However, I don't know that I'm going to divulge those to you.
What? What if I give you your 7 silver back?
If you give me my 7 silver back, I'll tell you who can tell you these things.
And she like chews her lip, like she
He
thinks
is
about it for a
in
moment.
town.
And you see she pulls out her backpack and pulls it out. She goes, "Here." And she 7 silver.
If you go talk to Magnus Vask,
Oh,
he
that
has
weirdo?
just recently unlocked his potential.
No way. Oh, I am
Yes.
so gonna bother him until he tells me. And she just runs back towards the village.
As he's trying to sleep, his exhaustion off, by the way.
Oh yeah,
It
yeah, that's happening.
just
Magnus!
Magnus.
So
Magnus.
for a moment, we will cut to Constance. And as you return to the Chapel of Saint Ardena, Hana's there, and she says, "Constance, after the stuff you've told me, I think you're ready. Let me teach you
What?
how to purge contamination from people. I think you can handle
Oh.
it now.
Oh.
Now, I will
You
tell
think?
you, I will teach you for free, but the materials to teach you, they're 300 gold pieces. It's going
Oh
to take us a
my.
few days.
Oh my.
I know, and if
I
you're not ready
mean-
for it now, that's okay."
I'd be lying if I said I didn't have the money. I definitely do, but
Glancing down to her giant gold purse
I'm-
that's just like
I
hanging.
have these 2, well, I guess 3 now. Wait a minute.
Wait, 3?
You don't know about Oh, it's fine. We can go over it while you're teaching me.
Okay.
Let's get the stuff.
Okay, yeah, it's mostly just a
So I
lot of
can
holy
learn.
water. I actually have all of it on me, but I
Oh.
just need the money to replace it when it's when we exhaust it doing this.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. And I'll probably go through more than would like.
I don't know. I think you'll pick it up pretty naturally.
I hope so.
And then so you're gonna pay the 300 gold.
300 from my sheet.
Over the next 6 days, you will be taught purge contamination, which requires
Okay.
you to use holy water on someone and
And
cast spell.
Stell isn't free to use.
Yeah,
Fuck!
it's 100 gold pieces of holy water to cast
Isn't
the
it?
spell.
But Caleb right now is like, but Lexi, it's an investment.
True.
I mean, it isn't
Yes.
that, yeah.
I mean, as a last ditch effort, if one of your companions is on 5 contamination in a battle with a monster that's contaminating, well,
Are
as
they
of
already, like,
now,
fucked by that
no,
point
because it actually takes an hour to cast. However, when you hit level 10 and you have access to the thing I can't remember the name of that lets you cast a level of spell of 5 or lower with no gold piece costs.
Oh,
and
the
as
cleric
an
thing.
action, yes, you can
Yeah.
actually cast this as an action, and that could make someone go from 5 contamination to 5
halfway
exhaustion,
there.
which isn't great. Puts them out of the fight, but at least they won't transform.
True.
Yeah, because as of now, there's no way back from transformation.
Correct. What, as far as anyone knows, other than probably the wish spell, there is no way for someone who has fully transformed to ever come back. Also, I just noticed I never turned this
Yep.
light back on and no one told me. There we go.
I didn't notice.
Forgotten.
Look at you glowing.
Look at me glowing.
Yeah.
Absolutely radiant.
Wow. Post break glow.
Yeah. I'll learn that and then
And you'll fill her in, I assume.
yeah, on Arceus
Gotcha.
about the new edition who is part of the prophecy.
She's
And
ecstatic that you've completed, like, another part of the prophecy is coming true.
Yeah.
Over the next 6 days, what is the party doing? I know Magnus is resting at first, and Magnus, the first couple days are constantly interrupted by Magnus.
I'm gonna like as she leaves, he's just gonna say to himself one of these, I'm gonna murder whoever sent her my way.
If you asked her at any point, she'd be like, "Oh yeah, the giant dude that shoots out lightning told me." Like, just
I would have
straight up.
asked. I would have like this person.
She would have immediately told you. She was never sworn to secrecy. It popped right out.
Yeah.
But do you tell her about, one, being a warlock, like being able to, like that's how you unlock it, is by making a pact. 2, the thing you made a pact with, or where it was.
No, I do not tell her I'm a warlock. I just say I unlocked my potential.
She is going to continue bothering you every day until you tell her how you unlocked your potential. Just to let you know.
This is why it's going to take 6 days to recover, by the way.
You're welcome, Sam.
Just 3.
This is just Magnus right now.
Yeah, you're just drinking a.
Oh my
just getting
gosh,
blacked
is that
out
how
drunk so
you
he can go to
unlock it?
sleep.
And you see she grabs one of your things of alcohol?
No! 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 I like to think Magnus is at the bark of buzzard.
Well, then tell me, or I tell Tobias that you let me have a drink.
I didn't have to let you have a drink. Literally,
Unfortunately
the
for
bartender.
you, my dad won't see it that way.
What am I? But the bartender's standing right there.
I'll just pay him.
You, like, I
I'll just
look up
pay
to
her
the
off.
bartender.
And you see, she
Bartender.
like looks down. She goes,
All right, but you gotta promise not to tell anyone. No, you gotta give me some dirt on yourself.
"I'm
What have you done
perfect."
bad?
I can pinky
Until you
promise
get
though.
dirt on- Pinky promise ain't no sworn of secrecy.
I don't know what you want me to give you then. I'm just a kid.
Money.
Shut up, Peter. You're not even here.
That's not true. True.
Like, you cannot tell anyone.
Yeah, I got you. Zip. I'm really good at keeping secrets. As long as I know it's a secret.
Okay, follow me. I'm gonna kind of walk. Like I'm not in a private area, but I'm more like
Old Yellers are.
in. Yeah. I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm going to Tobias's crow, just so he
Tobias's crow.
knows. Tobias crow.
You see he's out there forging. Why are we at my house?
Because so you don't like pretend anything. And as like I walk up, Tobias,
He sets down the hammer, so he's like, "What's up, Magnus?"
do you have a way to make her keep secrets by chance?
What did she do?
Well, she threatened.
And you
Well,
see she's
first
like kind of
off-
paled, and you actually turn and she's like gone.
She's been bothering me because I recently awakened with magical abilities, and she
You
wants
did?
to know how.
Okay,
Yeah.
You see, he kind of takes off his leather gloves. He goes, "I'm not gonna lie to you, son. I'm kind of curious as well, but I can make her stop."
Yeah, like
You could just come to me earlier and
Thing
told me she was
is-
bothering you.
well, I like the child is fine. Like she doesn't annoy me that much, but there's a point where it got annoying, and then she also
Understandable.
threatened to told her I let her have a drink of alcohol,
And you
which
didn't,
I
right?
would never. No.
Right. Yeah, I'll have a conversation with her about that when she returns, which will probably be an hour. It's almost dinner time.
All right. Well, I made a pact.
You did. Something from the
Mhm.
ruins?
Something like that. Not
He kind
gonna
of
go
shakes his head.
into-
He says, "That is a dangerous game to play, but a game I don't know much about."
That is fair. Trust me, I am on hightail caution with this pact.
That's
Like,
good.
already trying to find ways out of it in emergency.
See that you find it, or you might end up in some trouble. But yeah, I'll get her off your case, man. It's no problem.
Now, if she wants to see magic, I can do that. We're not.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't show her magic. She gets a bit fanatical about it.
Oh, so we have a new party member as well.
Oh yeah,
From the
the
Amethyst
giant
Academy.
dude with the storm tattoos.
Yeah, so apparently he showed her magic.
I like how Magnus is just going around
Magnus just
actually being
ratting.
an old timer right now.
Yeah,
Like he is going around the town and telling the story.
Did you hear what them youngins did the other day?
No, like Magnus wants to be on his good side, especially because one thing, Peter, for example, like Peter, so I don't want
Sure.
anything.
He
Yeah.
nods and he says, "Yeah, well, I mean, I suppose that's his right to do so, as long as he doesn't, do anything dangerous."
her-
But
From her accounts, it was a high level spell, or like a third ring spell.
I'm gonna be honest, son. I know that the Academy members wear rings, and that coordinates with their power. I don't really know what it means, though.
Basically, the strongest spell you can cast.
Well, I mean, as long as he didn't, hurt her, nothing bad happened, so be it.
Yeah.
But yeah, she gets a bit fanatical about it. But yeah, I'll get her off your case, Magnus. Don't even worry about it. Now I got to get back to this piece, though. They need it by tonight.
Do you know where I can find her? I might as well just show her magic.
She, I don't know. She runs off to many different places. It is what it is for now, I suppose.
Can I spend some time looking for her?
Sure. Roll me a investigation.
Investigation.
10.
10.
She is cleverer than you, apparently.
Yeah,
Yep.
at least when it comes to this town.
Nope, always trust.
Nope.
Sam, I
Nope.
just realized that roll 20, your name,
Yeah.
Warlock of Fish.
I saw that earlier when we rolled the insight
I
check.
just
And
now
I went,
noticed it.
All right.
That actually does remind me. I was given a question about, did my HP go up? I noticed it's the same. However, I believe that's because we forgot to take 8 off. You used it one time and gave everyone 5 more health. And I don't know if we ever removed it. 5 more max health.
I'm pretty sure I
Well,
did.
Well,
I did my my calculation was correct on
I
my
don't
thing.
know.
remember.
We can double
Hold
check
up.
the math later. For now,
But
we'll
maybe
run
I
it
think
how
you're
it is.
right.
We'll run
No,
it.
I think I was at
'cause
41 before.
I should be at 38.
Because I remember
health
bringing it
right
up
now.
to them. Like, I was like, don't forget to remove your aid.
Maybe you did.
Yeah, and
Like,
I did.
remember saying that.
Because I
Okay.
do average, and I just
In
put
that
it into
case,
a calculator real
not
quick.
sure.
Uh,
We can
sure.
run your health momentarily. You have a what? +3 Constitution, right? I can just do that real quick.
Me?
No,
Oh, her.
Lexi.
Yeah.
You have +3. Okay, so that's average of 8 health per level. Yeah, you should be at 40.
Mhm.
Your HP didn't adjust. You can manually edit your max and stuff.
The only
Anyway,
negative stat I have is strength. So that's very
nice.
for me.
Anyway, is there anything anyone wants to get done over these 6 days specifically?
I
Or-
will wait. Could I also talk with Tobias Crow on what I should say to her? Because I don't feel like I should tell her about pact magic.
He
Because knowing
tells you do
her-
not tell her about pack magic. I
Yeah,
don't want
okay.
her getting any ideas about making a deal with an eldritch or foreign
Yeah,
creature.
that's what I was like. I'm like, she's the type of girl.
He just lets
to
you
go
know
out there
he'll get her to
and,
stop talking to you. Like that.
Like,
Stop pestering you about that specific thing.
Yeah.
He'll make sure it's known that she's not to ask you about that
And if she
anymore.
does, I'm just gonna be like, I did study. I studied a lot, and I'll just do like, I'll ask
Yeah.
for like some textbooks and just drop it.
Now, I will say
I read all
to
of
you
these.
spellcasters, anyone that's proficient in Arcana, you can make stuff in this downtime, including you, Lexi, technically.
Yeah, I know.
So
I'm
you can make
proficient
spell
in
scrolls and
Arcana.
stuff.
Don't they cost money though?
They
And I'm like
do.
all out of that.
They do cost money.
I might have
But
lost
things that might
some
benefit your party, they might be willing to pitch in,
skills.
depending. So for an uncommon magic item, it takes 10 days, but if you worked with someone, that makes it 5 days. River would probably be willing to aid you, Arceus. Technically, you guys can also aid each other. Or sorry, no, cut it in half though. So it'd already be 5 days because you guys it's a consumable magic item if you make scrolls. But you can also technically make uncommon magic items for 200 gold pieces over 5 days if you work with someone. And technically you guys can work in tandem, though I doubt your characters would do that yet, of course. But
Yeah.
you could probably work with River if you wanted to, Arceus, and you could work with Hana, Constance. So technically in a 2.5
So do I-
days.
Can I get
I'm
the
broke, though.
materials here for an
Yes,
uncommon
that's
item?
part
Okay.
of the cost, and that
Okay.
is you can acquire stuff like that from Aldor the Immense. He sells them for market price.
Okay, let me take a quick scan over the uncommon magic items, and I
you're
will let you know.
Yep, that works.
if
And then
there's
spell scrolls,
anything-
of course, as well, and potions.
Yo,
Potions
thing
and spell
Peter
scrolls
can
are
make
half
in
the
this
price and
downtime-
time.
Yeah. Warlocks have preparation spells, right? They have, or do they just know spells now?
I don't think they've ever
No,
had
they do
prepared.
prepare spells. They
You
do.
guys have a bag of holding
Everyone's
already, correct?
prepared. They do have a bag of
Yeah.
holding, yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
We do. I like that.
Let me see about replacing.
Shit.
Because if I was gonna show her ability that wouldn't be, like.
Also,
Hunger
sometimes it
for
might
the
take
Dawn
outdoor
would
time to
be-
get the raw materials in, but in this case, we're generally okay. Especially with uncommon, we're good to
Mhm.
do that if you need.
What would be
For
like,
now.
a
Does anybody-
fancy spell?
Does anybody
But-
want an uncommon magic item? Because I mean, I'll make it because I don't know that I really have anything that I want, but
I don't know any.
I can work with
But
River and make it. I mean, I don't have enough gold to make it myself, so
how much would it cost? 1,000?
200.
200.
Oh, I don't know why that was a
But
1,000.
What
I- I must inform you you guys you can't sell magic items that you make. If you do so, you
Right,
are in
'cause
breach
we're
of
not-
the
we're not legal.
Edicts of Lumen.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
But
fine.
making them
I'm
for
trying to
personal
think, like,
use
what
is
would be a
technically allowed.
good.
Would I be able
'cause the
to
other thing-
sell it?
Doesn't even want to
Because
leave.
I think I just
Hold
have to pay a portion to the Amethyst Academy, correct?
Kind of. There's some taxes and stuff involved, but also for sake of our sanity and tracking everything, no, not
No.
while you're on mission.
Okay.
Yeah, that. I'm trying to think.
You also have to have ooh, that's a good point. I forgot about this. You have to be able to use the required tools to make a magic item of that type. And you have alchemist supplies, so you can make potions.
I have
Alden.
alchemists, so I can make potions.
Lexi has calligraphers, so she can make scrolls.
Yeah. which I would, but I'm going to
You gotta be broke.
preemptively probably purchase a diamond.
You think you're gonna purchase a diamond for 300
Right.
gold pieces?
Yeah, preemptively, just in case I need it. Unfortunately, Revivify is not prepared right now, but
And unfortunately,
Might still be
Revivify
good to
won't
keep.
work in the time it takes to prepare because it has to be within a minute of the death. But
Yeah.
But you can always swap out something else, especially later on when you get even more. And don't forget, you don't only have to have 3 level 3s. You could unprepare one of your lower level spells and prepare Revivify as a 3rd level spell.
yeah, I know.
I was just letting you know.
Does a regular potion of healing still take the 200 gold pieces?
So that was for uncommon. Regular potions are common, which would be 50 gold pieces, which would be 25. So you can make them for basically half the price you would normally buy.
So
them.
I could make a greater healing potion.
Yeah, a greater healing potion would be 100 gold pieces.
100
It's
gold
half
pieces,
the
okay.
price of the crafting cost if it's consumable, and half the time as well.
Mm,
In this case, a greater healing potion would take 5 days, but you could also half that with River's help. She'd be willing to aid.
Actually, I'd probably actually be willing to unprepare blindness and deafness to.
That's fair. So
have
yeah, you could
Revivify
unprepare
prepare.
that and prepare Revivify instead.
I haven't really used it yet.
Unfortunately, you used it on the one creature.
But-
It would almost work. The deafness thing on the protein
It was
abomination.
it was a thought.
It was a shot in the dark,
So-
but if that shot had landed, that would have been
What would
Yeah.
What would jeweler tools? What can I make or like with the jeweler?
there's things like amulets and necklaces, rings, stuff like that.
Okay.
Specifically, it says rings, but I would also count that as necklaces. Of
So you can make
depending on the
another
type.
periapt of health.
True.
then.
Caleb, I assume every single if I made a spell scroll of 2nd level, it probably costs different than first, right?
Yeah, so first level is common, so
Okay.
a spell scroll of first level costs 25 gold. A spell scroll
Okay.
of 3rd level or 2nd level costs
Second,
100, I believe.
What can I do
Oh,
with
never mind.
Yeah, sorry.
cartographers?
Cantrips in first level are common, 2nd and 3rd level are uncommon, and then so on and so forth.
What about
Can I also
cartograph
make poisons?
tools? Because
Yeah,
I
I'd
have
say
the
so.
map tools.
Map
That's
tools.
scrolls, right? I presume.
Oh,
No, it is not.
Sam, you could actually make the Ring of Mind Shielding. I
They
think,
are
then.
not involved in any crafting.
I think
Ah.
I'm gonna. One of the things I'll do is probably Aldor of all people. I go to Aldor and get my diamond.
What would be
So
Yeah,
staff?
that guy
have it.
doesn't have a
He'll have it.
diamond.
Like, what would someone need
Is
to
it-
have to like make
It's
a
300.
staff?
He sells it for the market price, aka the value
Okay.
that you need.
Well, Constance also wouldn't try to finagle that, really.
That's good because he doesn't finagle.
Honestly, she doesn't know him. I was to say she doesn't even know him or anything. Like, I don't know you like that.
What were you asking, Magnus?
What would someone need to do to like make like a staff or a wand? Probably
carpenters,
carpenters.
right?
Wood carvers.
Oh,
Mm,
duh.
Can we get
But, I mean, Sam, you
trained
can make-
in
you
some additional tools?
Technically, but it would take time.
Right.
We'd have
yeah.
to look into the specific
Um,
rules, and I'd have to decide on it. But
Yeah.
I forgot. Can I hold on a minute? I have scale mail still in my inventory. Can I sell it?
you can sell it for half price to Tobias. I'll look up. I think
How
scale is
much-
50. I
Let's
don't
see, how
remember.
much will
Let
you
me-
buy it
let me
from
look
me
at it.
for? I don't need it. I just realized I'm wearing Mithril Halfplate and I just
Yeah, it's
have
just
this
been in your
here and I
backpack
don't
this
need
whole
it.
time.
It's
You've just
just
been carting it
adding
around.
45 pounds
Yeah.
for no reason.
Scale mail is 50 gold pieces. You can sell it for 25.
Okay. No, I'll take that.
Tobias will buy it.
And Sam, it looks like you can make the Ring of Mind Shielding if you have jewelers, right?
oh yeah.
That's true.
So, I mean, it's not bad.
Does anybody want any types of poisons? I can also make those.
No.
There's a lot of different types of poisons.
Make me a potion of poison, the one that looks like health potions and does like 3 poison.
Oh yeah. Well, I
Sam,
have
drink one
one.
of those.
I'll just mix it randomly in somebody's pouch. Here you go.
I mean, I have one. Like, could he actually make one that was like the same as that? Because that could actually legit be useful.
He can, but it's up to you.
My greater healing in common didn't save. What the heck?
Boo!
Okay, there we go.
There's actually a lot of cool poisons that I just
And
kind
a
of
mind
found.
shielding ring would only
Mm.
take 200.
It would be
we're
200
also-
gold and 10 days.
Is he
but
gonna
it could be
try
cut
to?
five
So based off
if
of that conversation, would I
Oh.
be given a ring of mind shielding?
You're not sure yet, but at the very least, you might be
Okay.
provided one for brief instances where they want to talk to you. But the problem is, then once it's taken off,
Test
it'd be able
it.
to read your mind again.
Yeah.
And also, they worry that it might piss off the creature if you block it permanently from talking to your mind after letting it into your mind in the first place.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Also,
kinda
question:
worried
would the ring of
about.
mind shielding
Yeah.
prevent us from speaking?
If you allow it, it also allows, which I guess that's true too. You could always just allow the creature in your mind, but it would read anything that you'd probably said before.
sad.
Vaguely. But yeah, you can choose to let telepathy in if you have a ring of mind
I'm,
shielding.
just, I'm mostly looking at the uncommon.
I
like,
can make
would
true
you-
serum.
Oh my.
I don't have enough money to make anything. I went ahead and I bought that diamond because
Yep.
I think that's just a preemptive precaution to take, and I might
Not a
even
bad move.
once I get another 300, I might buy another one, just to make sure that like we good on that
Okay.
front. Because that's kind of my job as a cleric in general.
So you can
Keep
also
everyone
always
alive.
ask for your party to pitch in for diamonds for reviving.
Yeah.
That's true.
Or
But
just
I know
maybe
they're all
maybe
broke.
keep it on you, and then like whenever you do revive someone, you go, you owe me 300 gold pieces now.
Yeah.
You're not dead. Give me your money. Go make
Yeah.
it.
I wish
Let me
I wish I
add
could have a
the
cloak of
diamond to
protection.
my
That would have been great. But
How much is it to take, make
I
a
have the
rare
tools
item,
for
for
that.
example? I'm just kind of curious.
Rare it costs about 2,000 gold pieces and 50 days.
Mm. Oh, damn! The
Yeah,
50 days
no.
part is the rough.
yeah.
Very rare is 125 days and 20,000 gold pieces, and legendary is 100,000 gold pieces and 250 days. Also, you guys would need the required workspace to make these things.
Yeah.
Tobias's
right.
forge is uncommon, so he can make uncommon stuff like that. River also has uncommon alchemy stuff and all that available, and so does the church has uncommon inks. And
Oh,
all
speaking of
But-
River,
that. Yo,
other than whatever sessions I have with Hana to
Yep.
learn purge contamination and just
Mhm.
buying from Aldor, she's definitely seeing River to go over everything that happened at the Black Ivory Inn because I'm sure she would want to know
Yep.
about the time loop stuff.
She's ecstatic.
And probably the rattling stuff of them coming up again and all the funniness that happened with Chisella dying and him being like, who? And then them
I
moving.
think
do you?
I am
oh,
good
go
for right now
You good?
to make.
But
But if
Also, I feel like
someone else
Magnus-
needs something like Alden, if you need something to be made for that, for like rings, just let me know.
feel free. In the meantime, like between sessions, don't forget that you can always keep in mind things you might want in the future, especially with the Monsters of Drakenheim crafting rules. We have that going on too.
Mhm.
But other than
And we
that,
do
I
have.
think we're good to
You
move
got to
on.
share the resource list that we have.
I
by the
already shared
way.
it with Alden. I believe he has
Okay.
access to it.
Yes, I have it.
He's the Rat Prince now.
Yes.
Quick
Yes.
question for the champion's weapon
Yep.
recipe.
Yep.
Would I have to make a whole new sword, or could I also make it part
You
of
cannot
my?
you cannot enchant an already existing weapon.
Okay,
So it would have to be a
So
new
it has to be a
weapon.
completely new.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you are a fighter and you
Alright.
can switch weapons with as part of your action. So as part of the attack,
Yeah.
you can switch weapons. So you
Yeah,
can
because I
always
was
have a
thinking
second
about
weapon.
doing that because my meteoric iron sword is freaking sick.
Yep, it's a plus
but-
one, and it also does crits.
Is
to objects.
adamantine and it works as adamantine for that.
Yep.
But I was thinking about because I don't
I'm
know.
good
So
for
I
that.
think with all of us together, I think we have enough to get to make one. But
Let's look at that
That's
post
only-
session though. But
Yeah,
we can
that's
look
fine.
at that post session and we can retroactively do that.
I'll be looking at our parts and stuff. But yeah,
Okay, good.
yeah.
So with that, we can fast forward through the days if everyone wants to, which Constance will be back in just a moment.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just as a funny thing, since Lexi's not here,
Mhm.
Arceus will spend some time making up his hair ointment that he does use to his hair oils and ointments to
Oh, okay.
get
Yeah.
his mane.
Yeah. That's canon. He makes his own hair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He makes his own hair care products.
Which did he share that with Peter? By the way,
Did Peter ask about it?
He told him to
yeah,
tell
no,
the
he
secret to the.
he did. He did ask him. Yeah. He
Uh,
makes his own too, so they probably would just trade each other.
So yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
want
Well,
curly? This is what you gotta do.
Arceus has a lot more alchemical ingredients, and Peaches has a lot more plain stuff like pig's fat and this stuff.
Yeah. Other herbs and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
other herbs like only
Ar-
in this part of the Westamar forests can you find this herb
Mhm.
that I use.
Yep.
But then
That's right.
Arceus is like, oh yeah, we use some vitriol of blah blah blah. And it's
Yeah, very chemical.
Straight from the plane of water. Here we
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
um
It's
all right.
like a gigantic ocean.
So, are you guys ready to head towards Camp Dawn? Is that your plan? Are you guys intending to
Yes.
leave to where basically you can talk at Camp Dawn and then rest and then head out? Is that kind of the
I
idea?
think so. There's no
Okay.
reason not to.
Gotcha. So we'll just do that. You guys travel around the outside, and you guys are allowed entry again. Arceus is regarded with a little bit of suspicion, but after you guys assure them like he's with us, blah blah blah, they let him in. And are you wanting a meeting with Ophelia and Theodore? I assume, Constance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Within a little bit, they let them know. You guys wait around for just a little bit, and then you are invited, Constance, in with them. Are you bringing your party or just you?
She turns around and she goes, "Do you want to watch me get yelled at?"
Yes.
Right. I don't even know why I asked. Come on. Besides,
you don't
maybe
want to
this
be
is
yelled at alone.
this is a good chance for Arceus to meet my superiors, essentially.
Indeed. I agree.
I'm very used to superiors. There's lots of them in the Amethyst Academy.
Mhm.
All right. You guys enter, and you see Theodore and Ophelia are talking to each other. Theodore, once again, just mainly for Arceus here. He's a rather tall human individual with a well-kept beard and mustache and hair. And you see he wears shining silver armor. He is the knight captain of the Silver Order, and he is the one leading this expedition currently. And then there is Ophelia Reed, who is a more softer individual than Theodore. He's big, stocky, he's got like rippling muscles, and she's a much softer looking woman she holds a staff that has a censer hanging from it, so the thing that burns incense. And she wears the robes. She is a high flame keeper, which is kind of like a cardinal in modern day Catholicism, where they're like the ones just beneath the one in charge kind of thing. And they greet you all as you enter. And she says, Constance, it's good to see you. And Theodore says, I hope you don't have any problems to tell us. It seems weird that you requested a meeting out of nowhere. Also, I assume this is a friend of yours? And he looks towards Arceus. For the first time in a
I'll let
while,
him
he looks
introduce
up.
himself.
I'm Arceus Stormsoul from the Amethyst Academy. I've been sent here to help these three in their endeavors.
He was in my prophecy. She kind of holds up a hand to clarify.
Yeah, you see, at first he's kind of a bit suspicious, and when you say that, he goes, "Are you sure, Constance? An academy member
Right
in
near
your
the
prophecy?"
end. Surprisingly so.
All right, well, I suppose I'll trust you on that.
They said a thunderous heart, and
He
she looks
towards
over.
the lightning, the glowing
I
lightning.
think this
thing.
might be given thunder.
Well, it's hard to argue with that. So, what is it then? Did you call this meeting to introduce us to Arceus?
Well, that and we've done a lot,
I've heard.
and some
I
things
heard you brought
have.
back Annika. She came with you.
Yes, she did.
We thought she was KIA. It's good to know that she's back.
Nope, she's fine. Got her. A couple others as well. Hooded Lantern and Academy member, and there's practically one from each faction in there.
You see his eyes narrow slightly, including the Fallen Fire.
Technically, yes.
Is that why you're here?
Technically, yes. She said a little softer.
You see, he kind of crosses his arms. He says, Constance, I'm not a man of many words. So stop beating around the bush and just tell us what you came here to tell us. And you see Ophelia kind of raises a hand and she says, Constance, when you're ready, tell us what you're going to tell us.
Well, for starters, there's something about delirium that you need to know, if you don't know. And I'm gonna say it in case you don't know.
His eyes narrow.
Especially because the plan right now is to just destroy all the delirium.
Yeah.
The delirium, it grows and spreads.
You see his muscles tense and you see his jaw clench a bit as you say that. He says,
And
well, that's not
it's
good.
deeper. No, it's way deeper than the surface level, Theodore.
Well, this doesn't exactly change anything. It just makes it harder.
A little harder.
You see, I mean, no one knew we could extract entire mines of coal until the first coal mines ran out. It's gonna take labor. It's gonna be real hard. It doesn't mean we can't do it. Might need more forces from Illyria, but I think the most important thing is we take out the source here in Drakenheim, and then we can clean up whatever embers made their way out.
She kind of gives a look to Ophelia and then looks back at him, like as if it's a look of like, I don't know that that's gonna work anymore, Theodore. But
Ophelia seems contemplative.
To see kind of how she's she's like looking
thinking.
as he's saying this.
Well, look, we know that the main source of the delirium is coming out of that crater, right? We destroy that heart, we purge this city and get rid of all the delirium. Yeah, it's going to be a problem. There's still going to be some out there, but the main source will be dealt with. I mean, the little tiny fragments aren't what's making the giant monsters. We take out the main source, we work on it from there. I mean, you've seen the works that we can all do with us here at the Silver Order. Our Flame Keepers have divine power beyond what this delirium is going to be able to deal with. Once we get rid of the main source of the problem, we'll just have the Flame Keepers and all of our other workers clean up the rest. It's going to be work. It's going to take time. It's going to be years. But we kill the source of the contamination, we'll stomp out the rest of the ashes afterwards. I appreciate you telling us that, Constance, but it doesn't change anything. It's not as big of a deal as whoever was telling you it says it is. It may grow, but it's had 15 years to grow and it hasn't made it out of Drakenheim yet. Or at least, not very much out of Drakenheim. So we stomp out where it's mainly growing, we'll go cut out those seeds.
Right. I mean, it was new information and I thought that...
Well, thank you for letting us know. It is important. I'll bring it up with my superiors themselves. I'm sure Uriel Radley would be eager to know. It might cause a bit of a hubbub among the council, but...
Okay. Well, I mean, other than the fact that we saved Annika and the Black Ivory and did that and this, I mean, there's not much else to tell.
His eyes narrow. Constance.
I mean, and Arceus.
You mentioned that the Fallen Fire member had something to do with your talking to us, but this didn't have anything to do with that.
Balthazar? The little one that was there at the
If
end?
that's his
Yeah.
name. What did he have to do with the conversation? You said he was part of the reason the meeting came up, but you didn't bring him up at all in that description.
I mean, I didn't bring up the Queensman either.
Right.
He showed me that he had delirium in his chest.
You see,
I mean,
look of disgust in his face. Are you attempting to dance around the topic of having talked to Lucretia?
Yes, but only in front of Theodore.
Roll me a deception. This is technically deception.
Okay. Constance isn't a good liar.
Hopefully, you get high enough to deceive him and low enough that
yeah. This is a flat roll. for
Oh
me.
God!
So yeah, she's not a very good liar, which is kind of
I'm gonna have to pull up his
ironic.
stat block real quick. I actually don't remember it by heart. How dare I?
Too bad I'm not lying for you.
So, what'd you
Yeah.
get? Because she's laughing like it doesn't seem to matter. what
It's
you-
over. No, she got a 1.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, he says.
It's funny because
Constance
it
ain't
really
gonna
isn't a
cut
good
it.
liar. Fine. Okay. We had a situation. These two got contaminated. I couldn't make it back to Emberwood. She's like spilling it out too, like nervously. I couldn't make it back to Emberwood in time without, risking these two turning into monsters. And unfortunately, Champions Gate was closer. So we went to Lucretia. And she fixed their contamination.
Ophelia gasps a little bit and puts a hand over her mouth. And Theodore kind of just like, he looks like a disappointed dad.
Also, I didn't want to. I mean, if that saves my face, I really did not want to. You can ask them. I was very against it. Like it was.
It was her idea. No, I'm kidding.
Just fucking throw her under the bus, or run over her, back up, and run over her
I'll be
again.
taking that staff back now.
You see his eyes actually do go to the staff, and he sees it's in your possession, and he says, Constance, I understand the urgency, and I don't blame you for getting them fixed. Are you okay?
What do you mean by that?
She touched me in weird
Does
places.
Does your fire still burn with the sacred flame?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. She tried to. It's Lucretia. She tried to convince me. Supposed to say.
And she
Tried to give me
failed,
all of
I
her
assume.
points, and very much so. In fact, I feel a little bit more confident in myself.
Well, that's good to hear, I suppose. Probably stay away from her. It's only a matter of time till she tries to take that scepter back.
I mean, I would very much like to stay away from her. The problem is, rumor has it she has one of the relics. And I'm not quite sure what to do about that.
Kind of bites his tongue a bit. He goes,
Because unfortunately, she very much lacks me.
well, we might have to take it unless you can manage to get it some other way.
I'm going to be completely honest with you, Theodore. I'm sure the only way she's going to let me walk out with a relic is if I also walk out with delirium in my chest. And there is no way
That ain't gonna do.
in Drakenheim that I'm doing that.
I'll think about it. But it might just be we have to storm their stronghold and take it by force if things don't go well. We'll
She
give her.
kind of like
we'll let her.
definitely takes a heavy breath. And she's like, I mean,
We'll give him the chance to give
not
it up.
that I'm speaking for Lucretia, obviously, but they are pacifists. It feels almost wrong to take something from someone who might not fight back.
Well, Lucretia's a pacifist. Her followers aren't necessarily.
No, but what can they do, Theodore? Hold up a pitchfork?
Then they're gonna have to get out of our way, Constance. They can't stand between the revival of Drakenheim and expect us to just let it happen. If they have one of the relics, we gotta get all the relics. That's the only way to reawaken Argonath, and I suspect he could do some mighty good work around here.
Theodore? She kind of like scratches her head, like debating, and then she goes, Lucretia has like an angel on her side.
Allegedly, so I heard.
I don't. Oh, she offered for me to speak to that angel, and I said no. I'm sure it's there. Otherwise, she wouldn't have offered so confidently.
An angel could be guised as an angel and not be an angel. But regardless,
Well, that's what I said, but
she could have coerced it. She's a powerful spellcaster. I wouldn't put it beyond her to
I
be able
know.
to coerce a celestial being. If that angel stands in our way, we're just gonna have to break through. It can't die here anyway, as far as I'm aware.
there's another thing.
We could try
that
to
I
avoid
should
killing it,
probably
though.
go over with the delirium that they're shoving in their chest?
Yeah,
You know how delirium itself is like a purple crystal,
I do. Broken plenty
right?
myself.
We fought to get there. We ran into a little bit of a skirmish on the
Right.
way there. One of their fallen fire members died with a delirium crystal in his chest. And it fell out gold. Almost purified.
Just fell
And
out
she
of the
says it with
chest?
almost a look of like disgust. Because she definitely has this thought of like their soul not passing on,
Mhm.
which terrifies her as a, person.
He says, like, just straight out of their chest when they died?
Yeah, and he turned into ash.
Sounds like dark magic to me.
Tell me about it. It also worries me.
Yeah, the fish deity that I formed a pact to said so as well.
You
I'm
don't
not
say that,
saying
right?
about-
Okay.
I don't say that.
Probably a bad
I
You what?
Lock the
What?
door.
Fight this man right now.
But he
I mean,
pauses
if a
and he
lore pack
says,
person
The
comes along,
the
Well,
reason I'm saying it is I think the angel's collecting them for something. And so what I'm saying is storming them. I don't know what, but there might be like a surge of power or maybe something that wouldn't be good about storming that place directly.
we'll try to get more information first. I mean, if we are going to storm it, we know that they have some zealotous people and many. Much as I hate
I
to say
mean,
it,
we
even
can
some
try
of
to
our-
get more information, but
Even some
I
of our
don't want to
fine
go
men has
back.
converted to their cause. It would not be easy. I don't want it to be the first thing. I'd rather negotiate and get it from her. We'll give her the chance.
I would too, but I'm not sure what she'd have me do, Theodore.
Well, and if she won't give it over in good conscience. She won't be a good soul. We're just gonna have to take it, no matter the cost. Try to avoid killing that angel, just in case it is coerced. I don't want to cause any harm to the thing. Well, if we can, we'll take all the golden delirium they have, bring it back to Illyria, figure out what to do with it. We'll strip them down to nothing. No one has to get hurt if they get out of our way. I'm not asking for their deaths, but if they're
mean,
going to
that's what
block
I
us from getting the
prefer.
relics, then that's just how it's going to be.
Yeah. I don't really want to go back, but I have a guess that I could get one of those relics with a deal somehow, but I'm not sure what deal or how gruesome
Well,
it might be.
Constance, you keep in mind that your purity is worth more than this relic, and we're going to get this relic one way or another. Hopefully they see the reason in that too. We don't want blood to be spilled. We don't want to lose people. We don't want to kill people. But if they're going to try to stop us from restoring Drakenheim to its rightful place as a corruptionless city, well, at least magical corruptionless city, then we got no choice, and we'll get it. Don't you worry. In the
Okay.
meantime, though, don't listen to her message or any of her inane ramblings.
Well, I definitely was not. I mean, I listened theoretically, but like,
I know what you mean, Constance. And you know what I mean. I don't mean physically hearing.
yeah, she kind of creeped me out because she kept saying she was having visions of me and my coming and things like that, and it just definitely.
Well, she
I
definitely
mean,
could have
I
seen
don't
you
feel
coming. It's well
watched,
known she
but
can
I
see
feel
things.
watched. Oh well, she sees
She
some
could
other
be.
things that I
There
don't
is magic
like.
in this world she might have access to that would allow that. Keep your
I don't
guard,
like that.
Constance. And you see Ophelia.
She probably already knows we had this conversation. If I come back, she'll probably be like, "I'm disappointed that you told them."
She might, but if she has a problem with you telling us, is she really a trustworthy person? She's trying to keep her cultness hidden in secret? Doesn't sound like someone who's being honest to me.
Constance looks over at Ophelia because it looked like she was about to speak,
She-
and she definitely wants to know what she has to say.
She's been pretty quiet, and you see she kind of, she goes, well, like he said, guard your heart. I don't know if there's too much to be said on the subject. I don't rightly enjoy the idea of attacking people, but he is right on one thing. We need those relics. And if she's not going to let us have them, we're going to have to get them somehow. But
All right.
I'd prefer to avoid bloodshed, but also I prefer to avoid you making any spiritual deals with her. If she wants food or whatever, if she wants lots of food for her followers, we could probably do something like that. But when it comes to people or magic, it's gonna be a bit hard to deal with that stuff. But we'd much rather her hand it over than us have to take it by force. And Theodore nods, but you can also see he isn't entirely convinced by that statement.
I mean, like, I can try, but try's like the best I got because I don't want to do anything that she might have me do.
Now let's keep in mind too, this is assuming she actually has one of the relics. Rumors could be just that. They could just be rumors.
But it is Lucretia, and she's got an angel. I wouldn't be.
And she has the
I
way to
wouldn't
walk
exactly
through the
be
haze, and she's been
too-
here for a while. So I could see her
Yeah.
having one. It wouldn't be that surprising to me. But once again, until we confirm it, we ain't making no deals.
You know what? It might be worth at least getting the truth on if she has one first.
I agree. If you can figure that out, we can go with it from there.
I'll try.
Well, we know two of the ones that she probably doesn't have. That'd be the phylactery and the sword, because those are
Yeah.
last we knew in the chapel. Not the chapel per se, the cathedral. St. Trivial's cathedral has both of those,
But
or
the
at least last we
Garmier's
knew.
there.
But the Garmy are there, and the fact that the Garmy are still there means she probably doesn't have either of those.
You know, speaking on that, I was wondering, was there like a full update for your
Well,
helping of the hooded lanterns?
and you see he kind of
Yes.
grimaces a little bit, and he looks towards Arceus, and it seems like he decides that he can probably say it, and he goes, well, we started clearing some of the blocks up towards Temple Gate, encountered a little bit of Garmy resistance. We're trying to take it nice and slow, make sure we don't lose anyone. This is more about slow and steady. And as we're clearing out those blocks, we're getting closer to the gate to set up a staging platform. The Hood Lanterns and I have discussed. We still got to smash out some of the details later. So far, the idea is they'll attack a bit from the back and keep any Garmy reinforcements from arriving by harassing them with groups of lanterns. And in the meantime, we'll lead the main charge to get the gates. As far as how we're going to do that and what order we're going to do things in, still ironing that out. But we have a pretty good plan that's building, and we'll get you guys here when we're making the finer details of the plan.
Okay.
Right now, it's just preparation work. We're laying out all the groundwork, clearing the way a bit.
Well, I don't think we have much anything else now. Sorry.
That's all right. Thank you for your honesty,
I mean,
Constance.
I'm gonna be honest. You're kind of like really intimidating, Theodore. So
I get that sometimes, but I'm a pretty nice guy when you get to know me. Just I have my vows, I have my righteousness in my heart, and I'm not afraid to show it. I'm here for what's right, and I'm going to do what's right, whether someone's standing in my way or not. But I'd rather them not be.
yeah, me too.
Well, Constance, you can rest here for the night. I assume you guys are heading into the city soon.
That was the
Yeah.
plan.
And
Yep.
can I speak with you for a moment by yourself, Constance?
Kill
Yeah.
these fools.
You see, he kind of looks towards everyone and does a little like motion.
Oh no,
Yeah,
like
of
Magnus
course.
would have leave as soon as he said that.
Gotcha. When it's just you, Constance, he says, "You guys are getting pretty close with the Amethyst Academy, I'm seeing."
You have no
Idea.
I'm actually inside the Amethyst.
no, not yet.
And it's inside me.
We
Um,
touch tips.
I don't know about like. I don't want to say close, but more like
You got one of the
Under
members with
They
you,
keep-
Constance.
they keep giving us jobs, and we'll take them because they pay. And paying's good for Drakenheim. Got to pay to
Yep.
get health potions and this and that.
Yeah, but they're probably
And-
getting delirium from it, aren't they? There's no good that can come out of that.
Well, I wouldn't say delirium per se.
You did sell him the delirium that was in the meteoric iron
Yeah.
that became.
No, I know.
Okay, sorry.
But you also know how they are when it comes to research, and a lot of the things that they want to know are just what you've been doing. And what have you come into contact with in the city? Because you know them. They don't go into Drakenheim. So they don't
Yeah,
know.
I've heard
So
those
they want to
cowards
know about
mostly
the
stick to their
monsters
books.
or, yeah, things like that.
All right.
Come and fight me then.
I will say, in
Okay, you want a one-on-one?
No.
in our- in Arceus's like somewhat defense, he was a part of my prophecy. So he clearly is here for some reason to fulfill whatever we are doing as a whole.
I understand that.
Not just me. He's here to help me.
But it's suspicious to me the Academy offered someone to join you, and I'd keep an eye on him if I were you. Those Academy, the lower rank you go, the more honest they are, but as you start getting higher up, they got ulterior motives as I can get out. You gotta be real
Yeah,
careful.
he doesn't seem too bad.
Even if he's not, though, his betterments are.
I
Whoever
mean, that
sent
might
him
be true, but
might have way worse motives than he does. They are a secretive and manipulative group, Constance.
that's true, but I don't know until I know.
I understand that. And I'm not telling you
And-
not to do it. I'm just telling you to keep your eye out. He may
No,
seem
for
friendly,
sure.
but you better watch what he's doing.
But that could be a, how to say, a good thing. He trusts us, and then he talks.
Maybe. But there's also the opposite. He trusts you, and he talks, and he leads you astray into doing the Academy's bidding against the betterment of the world. The Academy does not like us here. They are not a fan of our destruction of their delirium.
Well, I won't let him do that. Part of my prophecy or not. He's supposed to be here to help me, not the other way around. So,
Well, see what you can in regards to that. Constance, we trusted you with this scepter, and so far I think that trust is well placed. Do your best. Whenever you find out leads about the artifacts, we'll do our best to get them in your hands. I think I agree at this point, seeing what you've done with just this one, that they are supposed to be in your hands. I was a little hesitant at first, but you've grown a lot in the last couple months. You are not quite the girl that I trained on in that small village. And I see it.
I sure hope not.
Good luck out there, Constance. Let us know if we can help you. Don't listen to the temptations of this city.
That's in there too. Huh. She says in reference to her prophecy.
He gives her a smirk and a nod, and you see Ophelia gives you a smile, and she goes, "Be safe out there."
As always. And then she'll go back. And as soon as she gets through those doors, very similar to Peter, she's like, whoo!
Yep. We got very intimidating commanders, the two of us.
I will ask, if possible, I will ask the party to give me an insight check.
Oh.
And I'm going to oppose it with my own roll.
Fair.
I'm not very good
I have a
at
good insight, so. Oh gosh,
I
unless I
don't.
drop my dice and then I just don't get a roll.
that's gonna be hard to beat.
Yeah.
That's
I
gonna
rolled
be
a
hard to beat.
19.
Oh, he got a total of 19, so whatever it is, Constance
19
picks up on
plus
it.
4. So,
Ooh.
so 23, I
Goodness.
think.
Yep.
And this is for everyone?
Yeah,
So-
he was just saying that basically Arceus is having something that people might notice if they're insightful enough.
Right.
10, I'm not.
He is not.
Yeah. So up until this point, you have seen almost like no emotion on Arceus's face. It's kind of blank slate, kind of stoic, but not in the like heroic. Oh, I'm better, just blank. During that interaction, he was very not. He did not like to be there in front of him talking about destroying Delirium, getting them out of there.
Even hurting innocent.
Yeah, kind of that part too about just let's storm in and kill him if we
Yeah,
need
Magnus
to.
was
That
like,
even
I don't know
that
about
even
that.
that's Constance even was
Ophelia
like
also looked a little
Nope.
uncomfortable when he said that.
That's why Constance looked over at her like, "Are you hearing this?" But I mean, it's not like Ophelia can
That's
necessarily
Yeah,
do
Constance,
anything.
you're the only one that notices Arceus was absolutely. He would rather have stayed back in Emberwood Village than came through here, and he would have took a longer track.
Yeah.
But on that note, you guys do get to rest here, and then in the morning you can set out.
Mhm.
And so, are you guys ready to begin your traversal into the ruins? Arceus's first time.
Yes.
I think so. I think so.
I am so ready.
Let us move back to this map.
So, with Magnus's
my thing is.
jeweler's tools, would he be able to make a pearl of power?
Oh yeah.
Technically, that I believe goes in technical terms, it goes into the wondrous items section.
It
Which
does,
is
but
a
I didn't
tinker's
know.
tool. It says on
Ah,
it.
okay.
That said, I could
Mm.
see it, and I'd probably allow it, especially with his new arcane abilities.
Mhm.
Constance also has it.
I don't have,
one.
Yeah,
I don't have
Constance
enough
already has
gold
one.
for it. But
I will also tell you, originally, River was offering Constance a pearl of power, basically made of
stabilized.
delirium.
Yeah.
And so
she
you
didn't
could
take
also
that one.
probably get one
For
from the
obvious
academy, or it could be
reasons.
made of delirium. So if you guys
Though
find
I
the
will
gold piece cost
say-
worth of delirium, it would just take the time. But it has to be one piece that has at least that value. So you'd probably need a crystal at
Right.
the very least.
Okay.
No, I will
And
say
it's hard to work
Constance-
on not in an
or-
anti-magic field. But sorry, Constance, go
Arceus
ahead.
would have noticed like like during that conversation as well, almost like a hesitation of like the destroy all the delirium as well, because you would think Constance of all people, being the prophecy child and raised in that, would be like, yeah, let's destroy it all, because that's what she came here and told them, Peter and Magnus, like, get rid of it, and she's hated delirium since. I mean, she still won't touch it and stuff like that,
Probably for the best.
but
Yeah.
definitely when that conversation was going on, I think he would have felt that both of them, even Peter and Magnus, also would have gotten the sense that she's clearly shifting a little bit, and these two can definitely guess it might be because of her connection with River.
Yeah.
right, like maybe not
Makes
destroy all delirium, but whatever we use it for, it has to be
Yeah.
heavily policed.
and I will say as well, it is like Arceus would know, as well as these people have already noticed. Like Eldrick's staff, for instance, that delirium is touchable on the staff. It's stable. Like what the when
Which-
they bind it into a magic item, it stabilizes the energies of the crystal.
Which is why Constance, after talking to River so many times, is definitely like, okay, well that's better than, we can't destroy
Using
all
its
of it now.
unfettered
Like,
power as
Yeah.
yeah.
so she's
and-
being
Well,
she's a mix
yes,
of
there-
both, where she's kind of falling in the middle of this and this.
While yes, there is people in the Amethyst Academy that are going to use it for bad shit. There's plenty of people who are also going to use it literally for research purposes to enhance magical items or effects.
And to help then better their research in the future.
And I just want to throw out here before we go into the ruins, we did forget something briefly, which was you guys were going to tell Blackjack Mel about the tunnel, and we never did that. That said, over those 6 days, that could have easily been done. Do you guys want to cover it, or can I just say he pays you 300 gold?
I really like he pays you 300 gold.
Well, you were getting paid 300 gold regardless, but yeah, so you guys told him. He was like, oh, great job, guys. Here's your money. Keep up the good work. Remember, don't tell anyone about this tunnel because it's our tunnel.
Yeah.
Now,
So we got the gold from them.
yep. So 100
Yes.
gold for each of you. Obviously,
I
not
will
Arceus
say,
because he wasn't.
Caleb, we don't have to cover the specifics of it, but during the night that they're staying at Camp Dawn, can Constance talk to Ophelia alone?
Yeah, you absolutely could.
Dang it.
Okay.
Did you want to talk to
no,
Ophelia alone?
real quick? Would you do that in secret? Like, or would you tell us that you're going to do that by yourself?
She would do it in secret, in the sense of she wouldn't tell you that she's about to go do it, but then after it happens,
but
she will
float
come
the
back and let
idea.
the party know. But she wants to
Oh,
keep
okay.
it on the DL, mostly because of Theodore.
Right.
But she
I-
wants to talk to Ophelia for her like connection to Lucretia and what they had, and kind of get almost like literally almost kind of like a motherly guidance that she can't get anywhere
Right.
else right now.
I was only asking because I guess just to make sure that you, because Peter wanted to tell her, because you trust her, about the touching the delirium thing. He didn't want to mention that in front of Theodore because I feel like he would crush him into the dirt. So he figured, so we
Would
shouldn't have to ask that. But
I
that's the
assume
only,
did
that's the only thing.
would Constance have gotten the idea, or at least Peter told her that he wanted to speak with her? Because if he did, then she would bring him.
I think based alone on the fact of his relative interest in what Lucretia had to say, Constance could probably
That's
suspect
true,
that it
he
might be a
might
good
just-
idea to
Yeah.
bring him to Ophelia.
I was
Yeah.
thinking just
He's
that
looking
alone for maybe
for
Ophelia
competitive-
can
We can-
clarify his
We can
head.
do this. We can do this pretty quick.
Yeah.
I think pretty quick.
Okay. I have to pee, so if you want, Peter can talk first. He's probably excited anyway.
Fair.
Will do. Yeah. All right. Sure. All right, Ophelia. Let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? No, I'm kidding. No, he doesn't say that. No. Greetings. I know this is troubling times.
Yeah, I mean, that's the days we live in.
So I'll just be completely open about this. Hopefully, it doesn't ruin our relationship or your faith in Constance.
Constance is
But-
literally like sitting right next to you, like,
yeah. But I'll admit I'm in a quite spiritually vulnerable place right now, if you can catch my drift.
I understand.
And I didn't want to say this in front of Theodore because
I
I
can
was afraid he
understand.
would probably.
I promise
hit
you,
me.
Theodore has the best intentions in mind, but he is a very zealous soul.
And it's that zealousness which I'm sure is great. It provides great strength, and
He does. You should have
and
seen him
an
fight
iron
some
will.
Garmir. It's impressive.
Hey, from one guy who loves to kill Garmir to another, that's great. I
The
mean,
pelt
you know.
of the Garmir around you, by the way.
Yeah.
I still have wrapped around my waist. Yeah. Anyway, so while we were with Lucretia, obviously you heard her mention about the crystal thing, that golden crystal. I touched it with my bare hands myself, and it had a comforting warmth to it.
I don't know how she's done this, but I can say using death to bring life, that can't quite be the solution, I don't think.
And that's where I'm that's where I agree with you. I don't think.
I'm worried.
I guess it's just that. But if there is a way to purify it, that might be better than just trying to stomp out every single little flame that pops up in the future.
But would it be better though? I mean, if we have to sacrifice a life to purify a shard, how do we deal with the bigger ones? How do we deal with the dust? I think the best thing here, rather than stabilize it and make it nothing, is simply to destroy it and make it nothing at all, instead of nothing but someone died for it. I've seen Theodore break delirium, and he can destroy the magic out of it. I've seen many other paladins do the same. It's possible. It can be destroyed. I understand you all have concerns with the magnitude, and I resonate with your concern. But
Right.
I will say, he's right. I mean, coal mines with no coal left in them occur, and that's because people dig out the whole thing. It may take serious work, but I think we can pull it off. We can clean it up. We can destroy the heart. We can destroy all the major sources, and then we can clean it up over time. It'll take years, maybe even decades. But when the main source of the monster transformations are gone, Then we can clean up all the little stuff that doesn't do a whole lot on its own, and we can kill it, stomp out those ashes before they grow.
Sure. What do you think? I guess maybe you don't know. But what do you think the relationship could be there with? I mean, I know you said you don't know how she's done it, but I mean,
Well, I'm worried that it
Uh,
has to do with the person's soul. I think Constance had the same concerns. The soul
Very
is not a
much
matter
so.
to be messed with.
true,
not.
and it is powerful. I guess I'm just. But I guess what about the soul
I don't rightly
interacts
know.
with the delirium in a way to make it neutralized?
All I know is
She-
that souls are powerful.
I
Yeah.
gathered that she had a plan with the angel with those purified,
I don't
I
rightly know
suppose,
what it could
shards,
be.
and I don't know either, and I don't necessarily know that I want to know, in the sense that if it really is their soul stuck, that's, I don't know. That's
will
that's a
say-
whole nother part that
I knew Lucretia. She might have changed. But I do know that she wouldn't be trapping people's souls, at least without their consent. That's not the kind of person she
yes.
is. Still
I
could
don't think
be
she'd
souls.
be tricking them into doing it either.
Right. And so it could be souls. It could be that they're trapped, or it could just be that the soul does something on the way out to the crystal. I mean, I'm guessing that's something to do with how they put it inside their own chest without it harming them, is their souls probably
Well-
guarded it from hurting them. Or maybe just
Yeah,
their
they-
faith or something.
find delirium in the shape of their soul
Yeah.
during the
That's
pilgrimage
what
they
she said.
take.
So I think, at the very least, the soul is what protects them, and then the soul is what turns it gold. Whether or not the soul's still here or not, I'm not sure. But if it was, I know that Lucretia wouldn't just be doing that to folks. She's
Right,
misguided, but she's not a monster. But maybe there's something about it that they've agreed to, and she saw that this is the. Now let me be clear. I do not think this is the way. I think we just
Right.
destroy it. I mean, if there was a fire that's starting to eat through your house, you wouldn't start burning the area around inside your house to stop the fire from spreading when you could just dump a bucket of water on it.
Sure.
So I think
Um,
we should probably
the-
just dump a bucket of water on this delirium situation more than try to control it.
She was also mentioning something as well, that when she in theory, I guess, right, when she went to the meteor itself, that she had another vision that she couldn't describe to us.
She mentioned that when
Um,
she came back from Drakenheim the first time. She didn't tell us either. That's when she was cast out.
Do you think? Well, and she's also made it very clear that her, I guess, like her reasoning for doing this is, and I'm sure you know this, is through the power of the flame is the reason why she's able to purify the crystal, or, you know,
With her power in the flame, I
Have-
can see it happening.
have you ever thought that, like, and this is a little crazy, I'll admit, but I've been thinking about it, that maybe if it is something that can be purified, do you think maybe originally delirium wasn't something that was as tainted and horrid as it is now, but gained that affliction and is now here, a place where the flame is strong? And I mean, this sounds ridiculous because you didn't say that. Even Lucretia said it wasn't alive or anything, but I don't know, maybe in a way seeking some sort of help in some way.
I mean,
She pauses and thinks. Oh, go ahead, Constance.
the first she was gonna say, I mean, there was, the first, Brenna,
Mm.
I believe, or Tarna.
Saint
There we go.
Tarna. Saint Tarna's comment.
There we go.
Tarna.
Yeah, it took me a minute.
Yeah, you're good.
There's too many important names:
True.
Vitruvio,
Yes,
Tarna,
there's a
Brenna. Right. Tarna. I mean, it started with a comet, just not a purple
Yeah.
one.
She nods and she says, "Now I'll be right honest with you folk. I don't know. The stuff
Sure.
we've seen is obviously nothing like St. Tarna's, but it does turn gold when they do their thing. So, I mean, I'm not going to say it's impossible that this isn't some horrible, harmed version of St. Tarna's comet, but I don't know enough about it. And even if it is, well, it's time past. It helped St. Tarna, guided her to the angel. And if this is what it's become, then it needs put down. I mean, if a loyal dog gets sick, gets rabid,
Yeah.
there's no fixing it anymore. It's just time to put it to rest. So if this is somehow that common, I think our best bet is still to shut it down. But I don't think it is. I mean, that would be... It seems improbable, to say the least. But I'm
Yeah.
not going to say it's not.
It just makes me wonder if maybe, I mean, we all, I would say know and believe that Lucretia's misguided. And so I almost wonder if it's similar in the sense that with Tarna, it led us to the flame in general, the belief and everything in the flame. And I wonder if this is almost like a misguided version,
It could be that's how she
trying
sees it.
to spread not the right flame.
Now, Constance, I'm going to say something that's going to sound a little crazy, and I want you to know I don't think you should even begin to think about this until you are ready. But I think
Are you gonna tell me to? Are you
gonna?
gonna tell me to touch the crater too? They do that. That's canon.
Yeah. And she pauses and she says, "Well, only once you are safe enough and once you guys take all the protection required. But if you could see what she saw and refute her vision of this is the only way, like she says, it'd be a devastating blow to her. If you want that, I mean, if you want the relic and all that without bloodshed, if you want her schism to collapse without force, the best way would be to undermine her. And not in an evil way, of course. I'm not talking deception and
No.
lies, but
No.
if you could tell the world you did what she did, and you have a new solution, and it's not this, your status as a prophecy child and wielder of the relics of St. Petruvio,
But I'm worried. Hannah and I had this conversation this morning, actually, because she's kind of like my guidance from Emberwood, since you
She
guys
nods.
aren't close.
Hannah's a good girl.
She is. We had this conversation, and I told her that I was worried that if I don't see something that brings her down, and instead I see the thing that brings her up, that's terrifying.
I would agree. But I will also say, Constance, if you can prove that she's right, if she's objectively right,
I don't know.
look, I loved my mentor.
I'm gonna be honest.
We were great friends. I believe she's misguided, but I also believe she's not a liar. I just think she doesn't know what's going on. I think
She told me to ask you.
she was all about being a liar.
Yep.
She's never been a liar,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean she's always right. It just means that she would never intentionally lie. And now, I just want to make it very clear. I disagree with her entirely. But Constance, if you go into that crater and you come back and you say Lucretia is correct and we can verify that nothing happened to you, then Constance, we might have to turn things around a little bit. That's going to take
I don't
effort.
know.
There's going to be a lot of people that don't believe it, but Constance, I don't want that to be the case. But if that is the case and that's what you're scared of, then we need to know. It's one thing when one woman says, I know the way, this is the only way, and you gotta follow me there. It's another thing when a second person who's powerful in the flame, powerful in her faith, goes in and says the same dang thing. Now, I will also leave on the
Right.
table there might be something wrong with this meteor that makes people think that.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yes, so I want to make that very clear. But at the very least, we need to know that a second source can verify it. That's a long way
I
off,
don't know.
though. That crater is the deadliest thing, I think, on this world. Maybe the castle, but no one's gotten past the first gate up there, so we don't really know. I know I sense a great evil coming from it, but that's how I feel about most of this city.
I don't know. I got plenty of time to think about it, though.
Yes, you do. But first things first, you keep yourself and your friends safe. We'll get
I'll
there when
try.
we get there. And I'll try to keep Theodore from jumping the gun on his militaristic ways. He means the best. I mean it when I say that. He is a good and righteous man. You will not find one better, maybe except Uriel Radley himself. But he is also of the belief that good needs done no matter who's standing between him and good. He is not the kind of man that wants bloodshed, but he will not allow the idea of bloodshed to stop him from doing good. If he thinks
Well,
the only way to save this city is to cut his way through those followers of the Falling Fire and take that relic by force, flame be darned, he will. But I'll
I
stay
hope
his
it doesn't
hand and
come
slow
to
him
that.
down. I also hope it doesn't. Look, what happened with Lucretia hurt me, Constance. But that doesn't mean I don't love her like the mentor she always was. I would much rather this all be settled without drawing weapons. But I must say, there's already been some skirmishes between paladins and their former paladin brethren that switched sides, and things are heating up. Theodore's feeling the heat from it. There are paladins calling to remove them by force, take Hendrix's
Yeah.
farm. But I don't want that, and you don't want that, and I'll do my best to keep him at bay. But know that even if he does pull that trigger, it's not because he's a bad man. It's because he's a good man doing what he can to try to see good in the world, even if it means something bad has to happen first.
I agree.
You should probably get some rest.
I don't have,
Constance.
yeah, I don't have much else to say, but I know that this Lucretia stuff has been a lot for my mind.
I understand that. And Constance, you are always welcome to come talk to me. You too, Peter, and any of your other friends. Even Arceus, though I doubt he will. I'm always an open ear for everyone.
Thank
Especially
you
you,
for
Peter.
humoring me.
I sense something in you.
She said that too.
I bet she
Why,
did.
it's-
She wasn't my
it's very
mentor for no
confusing.
reason.
Yes.
I
I've been
sense
thinking
the
about
spark
it a
of faith
lot.
in you, glowing coals just waiting for ignition. If you ever want to take that step,
Oh,
let me
boy.
and Theodore know.
I will. I certainly will.
She nods. She
Thank
says-
you again.
She says,
Really
y'all
appreciate
get good rest now. You got a long
You
day
too.
ahead
Will
of you.
do.
Sleepy time.
And then you
And then
guys
we
sleep.
leave.
The next day, everyone's heading out. We'll do a little bit of the
Yep.
travel. If we run to a battle, we'll call it there. Or if not, we will call it when we make it to the gate.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
So-
One
go ahead.
last thing as
Yep.
well. Sorry,
You're fine.
just before I forget too. My bad. On the way back, Peter would also let you know that look, if you do end up pulling the trigger on going into that crater, you won't be doing it alone. I can assure you. All right.
I'm gonna be honest, Peter. I don't want to. That might change, but
I'll be right
know.
there with you.
I turned my finger the wrong
Yay.
way. All right. So, next day, you guys all gather up. You're heading out. So, are you double moving, I assume, at least while you're on these outer areas?
Honestly, yeah. Oh, I would also
fill in people too about, although, I'd fill also in everyone as well while we're walking up there. Also, I got some information from the Hooded Lantern, which was great. I have access to some of their strongholds, or not strongholds, the hideout spots that they have around to rest. So if we need those along the way, then I know where to go. But yeah, I think double moving maybe.
All right. In that case, everyone go ahead and roll me 2d20s on this first movement.
Sorry, y'all. This is where I get a 1. Oh, no, I didn't.
Just Constance
No
remaining.
ones?
Oh, she's
Sorry,
typing, so she probably
still
didn't get a
going.
1. No, you're good.
We would have known.
Yeah.
we would have known.
She would have freaked out. All right.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
would you guys like to do that again along the edge here? Around the edge of the town,
Yeah,
basically?
because I wanted to go
I
this
think
Yeah,
so.
because we could get
way.
up to the Shepherd's Way and then
Yep.
go straight up that.
Yeah.
All right. Another double d20. In fact, as you guys go, you do see, especially closer to the east, but also as you get closer to Shepherd's
I
Way,
got a nat
a
20.
fair amount of burned
Rip.
down
Uh-oh, we
houses,
got
though
an
apparently
encounter.
that did not stop the encounter from occurring. So we will get this
Nope.
set up real quick. Peter, you are the lucky
Yes.
man. So roll me
Yeah.
a D100 and we'll see which table we
Don't
use.
roll the double trouble.
Yeah,
49.
49. All right, that is going to
Hey,
be
look,
the
look.
regular
Okay, the
Dungeons
last
and
time it
Dragons
worked out
table.
pretty well.
It really did. You guys rolled 2 good encounters
Yeah.
with 1 bad encounter, which is freaking
Yeah.
crazy. I was really hoping for a triple slam.
Yeah.
Ruined my day, just so we're clear.
Although I guess here's where we make up for it and have one really, really, really,
Yeah.
really hard encounter.
Oh, weird. The Lord of the Feast is out here. Isn't that strange?
What does he do? Goddamn?
Allegedly, he
He's
ain't.
looking for us.
True.
Yeah.
Mm.
Heard y'all were planning to take my cathedral.
Yeah, and you're wearing one of my kin's belts. You want to explain that?
Only I'm allowed to wear pelts around here.
Yeah.
All right.
And he,
Here we go. Now, go ahead and roll me your percentile for the actual encounter.
I swear to God, if
Outer
you get double
City.
trouble again.
another 9. 89.
That's close to the double trouble if I remember. Double
Roll me
trouble
that
was
one
like
again. We actually got
94.
that one in our last encounter.
Was that the double
Was it the
trouble?
No, it was not. It was one of the things
Oh.
he rolled during the double trouble.
22.
That's better. All right. As you guys are walking past one of the buildings, you step into its shadow. The sun, you see after like now that it's the morning, the storm has mostly gone. It's still an overcast day as it always is, but it appears as though the storm was just that day. And as you guys step into the shadow and you keep walking, you realize something. Your shadows are still stuck to the shadow you stepped in.
Oh.
And after a moment, suddenly, they snap off of that and they raise up as monsters in the shape of you.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Are we
No,
fighting
that's-
ourselves?
That's really bad.
If
That's
we're fighting
really, really
ourselves, this is gonna be
bad.
you don't know, Wayne.
We are gonna do.
Oh,
we'll use this map. We
no.
haven't been in the sprawl in a while, so I'll use the map I used for the
If
sprawl.
these are what I think they are, good luck, Peter.
I think he might know what they are.
Oh, no.
Think-
I have prior D&D knowledge, and
Yeah, Alden, by the way, is a
shadows
veteran.
The
here,
shadows.
just so everyone
Yes.
knows. In fact, Alden is the one that got me into D&D back when we played 3.5 edition.
you know it.
He's the boy who caused the suffering of everyone else here.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and
And I'm also a DM of a different
We
game,
should be mad at
but-
Alden.
Yeah,
I'm okay
basically,
with that.
anytime you guys are mad at me, just remember Alden got me into this game, so
I will
really
think
his
about that
fault.
for the future. Yeah,
Oh,
my
I
fault.
fuck myself over by this
You
most
kind
of
of
the
created
time.
a monster.
Yeah.
I have an idea. Let's keep playing because this is scary.
I'm working on it. I gotta
Yeah, Caleb's setting up the
I gotta
encounter.
set it up.
We got to vamp. We got to vamp while he sets it up. You know.
Yeah.
We gotta
Yeah,
give
this
him a
is
little
the
bit of
yapping
shit.
time.
By the
while
way,
I'm getting this
if
set up.
anybody's ever curious about the rules that we play with, that we run with, because we do use our own homebrew rules,
He said, "Dude,
go to our Discord. It's linked either in the description, I think in our on Twitch thing, or in YouTube where we post our VODs, which go watch those too if you ever miss out on any. There's
Caleb,
all of
I'm
them
going to mark
there,
off a spell slot
and
for Mage
separate
Armor.
Armor.
parts as well,
Yep.
if needed. So,
But it is
Also,
up.
I'm keeping Blade
Um,
Ward active at the start of this.
with Blade Ward, we just assume that it's on. Same with resistance.
And
In fact,
also,
I will
Fiendish
say,
Vigor as
Constance,
well.
you keep resistance up. Is she gone again? I think she's gone again.
yeah, she's
I
gone.
hear her
She
walking.
died. The shadow consumed her.
She keeps
Yeah,
up the
that's it.
resistance spell generally until so she picks someone and picks a damage type. And normally she picks Peter and Necrotic, so I'm going to double check which one because that might
Also,
actually be
I'm
relevant
just
here in a
gonna
moment.
cast
Yes.
Fiendish Vigor as well.
if these
Well,
are
yeah, you would have done that at the start of the day.
Yeah.
these are legitimately the shadow monster, oh no, thank you.
Yeah, no, this is bad. By the way, like if it's honestly, our group's pretty good. Especially with you now here, Arceus. So I think if we have to fight ourselves, that's not great.
No,
Pretty bad.
I think that was some flavor. I hope.
Yeah.
No, but
I
actually, you guys are
hope.
fighting yourselves. Congratulations, is the deadly encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, because like
Mimics
not only,
of yourself.
Like
It
not
is
only have to
actually
deal with
an
all the
interesting thing.
moonbeams and stuff.
Oh my
from
god, I
casting,
could
Oh,
moonbeam the
God.
crap out of you
and
guys.
and also the extra attacks from my character as well as the healing to get them back up if we don't obliterate them. So it's definitely
I think
would not be
Roll20's
great.
having some problems today because like I'll
We
place
would-
a token down and then it'll move somewhere, like actually
We
go
would be
yoop over to
fine
somewhere
if
else, and it's like
we,
what?
It would be fine if we just focus my character first, and then we just go for the weakest.
Okay, so especially now that
True,
Arch
do
is
that.
here, remind me of the order. Normally it's Magnus is leading by a little bit, right? Scouting
wait,
ahead
hold on.
slightly.
Yeah.
I think.
Usually,
Probably
And
Peter.
but now
Peter
not
behind.
anymore.
No?
Oh, you don't. Oh, I guess
So,
not. Yeah,
I
because
need
of
an
your new
update on my
inclination.
token as well, because I should be at 38 HP and 12 temp HP.
Well, it's because I dragged the wrong Magnus out there. That's the old Magnus.
Okay.
So, actually, your current token isn't working either. So we'll get that fixed in a moment. Once we get into this map, since we're actually going to end at the start of this. Actually, we can go ahead and wrap up if you guys want. Let me take you onto the map real
Okay.
quick,
Sure.
just to show
Sure.
you
I mean,
what you're dealing with. But yes,
Yeah.
as you guys are walking, your shadows come out of your shadows in the shape of you, and they do begin to attack. Now, one thing that is notable, Arceus, your shadow is much larger, and you see two of the creatures come out of it.
No.
Dang it.
And
Oh no.
let me get a refresh on the party. It is Magnus, Peter, Constance, Arceus. Are you guys walking in a line or kind of as a loose group?
I think we always
Or-
walk in like loose group.
Yeah.
Yeah, loose
Yeah.
group.
Though probably
kinda what I
more
figured.
Magnus Peter towards the front.
Yeah,
Maybe
That's what I
and
think.
maybe Constance and Arceus kind of like side by side, kind of.
Yep,
Maybe.
that's how I pictured it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me know if this works for you guys. Hang on. Let me switch these around actually like this. Doot, doot, doot. What the frick?
I'm
There we
hanging
go.
the frick on.
I'm going to move you guys to the map and scroll down to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this is kind of what I was thinking.
So,
This is fine.
Peter, a
This is
shadowy
fine.
you, pulls out its sword and raises its gauntlet. Magnus, one of them rises up, and you see a shadowy blade in its hand. Constance, similar vibe, wielding a shadow scepter. And Arceus, you see these ones just have shadows coiling around like lightning. And
I like
that-
to picture it tries to hold up the scepter though, and it fails because you need light.
It appears to be a dark, shadowy version of the scepter, and it doesn't obey
I
that rule.
know.
Let's go ahead and roll initiative real quick so we know how screwed you guys are at the start of the next session,
Yeah.
and then we will call it.
You know, I will say I have
yes!
a great silhouette.
Ah, dang it.
Oh, that 20 on the
21.
first one.
Oh
I got a
no.
19.
My dark plans.
I got a 12.
Ooh,
got hope.
buddy.
17.
Good to know. They get a 19.
I do love the imagery of Arceus being beaten up by his two bigger versions of himself, like two older brothers beating on the one little brother.
So yeah, it looks like Arceus might have a chance to get away from his double trouble there, but unfortunately, he
Yeah.
might leave Constance to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see what
and that
happens.
is where we're going to
And
call
Misty
this
stuff.
session. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you guys are excited as we are to have our friend joining us now. It is good to see this character that was spitballed a long time ago actually coming to life. And I think so far it has been a wonderful addition. As Dante mentioned during our little discussion there, feel free to join our Discord where we have our rules as well as we're always hanging out there pretty much. Most of us are pretty online with Discord. So if you ever want to ask us any questions or comment on the session, feel free to do so there. There should be links in both the Twitch as well as the YouTube description. If you ever are having trouble or it's not working for you, feel free to leave a YouTube comment. I will absolutely see it and I will get with you as soon as I can. And on that note, anyone else have anything special? No.
Nope.
So I guess
No
I will
session
just...
next week.
Oh, yeah. So we
Yeah.
will not be having a
That's good.
session next week as Gen Con is coming up, and we will all be attending that, except for Dante, unfortunately. He came to the
Except
last
for
one,
me.
but not this one. It's so
Yeah.
sad. We will miss him greatly. But the rest of us will be there. So, if you're around, feel free to let us know, especially in our Discord. And just to be clear, we are playing the 5th edition module created by the Dungeon Dudes. You can check it out on Ghostfire Gaming, their store. They have it. And also this module and Monsters of Drakkenheim, which is another module of theirs that I'm using, are on D&D Beyond. Their third book, which is technically their second one, is Sebastian Crow's Guide to Drakkenheim. And that one is not on D&D Beyond for some reason. They're still trying to work that out with the team. But it is on the Ghostfire Gaming store if you wanted to check it out. And so I think you totally should because it's fantastic.
It's so fun.
It's such a good
this
module.
whole thing has been so
And
fun.
even if you
Like,
play
the
it,
subclasses,
it will be
everything.
nothing like how we're playing it now. It is extremely modular and works based on how the party plays and how the DM runs things. Fantastic module. But with that,
Amazing.
we will let you all go. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.